ओके नाउ जबकि मैंने अपना बिट रेट इतना कम किया हुआ है. ओके नाउ इट्स फाइन. फाइनली इट्स फाइन. नाउ इट्स फाइन.
चलो भाई.
ओके लेट्स गो. ओके अभी क्या हो रहा है इनके गेम में. ओके व्हाट हैपेंड इन प्रग गेम वाज after bishop e3 e5 was played here. Queen e comes e2 and bishop goes to b7, countering that bishop on g2. And right now, if we see that Gukesh is clearly a pawn up for right now because the pawn is defended nicely. But okay, white is getting his pieces for that time, so it's just equal right now. So it is fine. Okay, but look at the time between the Pragg and Gukesh. Pragg is already 30 minutes up in time, and only 12 moves has been played right now. So time is going to be a big factor, right? In this tournament
Correct. Very big factor.
because there are just
I think you said right. Most of the blunders will happen between move 30 to move
yeah
40,
yeah
and
of
they
course
are
yeah
under time pressure at that
yeah yeah
at that time.
yeah
So
yeah.
yeah, time will be very important.
And yesterday if we see the game between Prague and Prague and Firouzja, if we see that if
Again, Firouzja.
yeah that was a time pressure of course. Firouzja doesn't find the rook g1 move,
Yeah.
and if he finds the rook g1 because rook g1 is not easy to find, you have to just you just need a concrete
Yeah.
calculation for that.
Rather than he played my move knight takes e6.
Yeah, actually, that was not easy, Pinkett. When okay, Rook G1 was not so easy.
Yeah.
Rook G1 was not so easy move at that time.
But he's Firouzja, yaar.
No, no, but okay, yeah. What the problem with
But
is
time pressure, yeah.
time pressure is big thing because you are just playing against a similar opponent now. Similar,
Yeah. And I think he had only 2 minutes, no? 2 minutes
yeah,
he had.
3 minutes, and he has to just make 4 to 5 moves. So it's never going to easy. Meanwhile, in the game of Vidit, Hikaru is just under pressure actually here. Hikaru is,
Hikaru is under pressure.
yeah, in time. If we see, Hikaru
Okay,
is,
okay.
Vidit has only spent 5 minutes of his clock. It's not five, it's only 4 minutes.
Wow.
4 minutes. And Hikaru has already
Wow.
wasted, okay, used his 30 minute in time. So what happened is, after d6, bishop comes to sorry, h3 to stop this bishop to g5.
Hmm.
Now knight comes to e7, which is very common idea. And after c6, which was not
Okay.
the best according to India, bishop goes bishop goes back, bishop to b6, pawn takes, knight takes, and after this knight to e5 by Hikaru. Now Hikaru has taken this pawn after so much. Okay, how much he thinks? Okay, no, right now he doesn't think so much. But oh, now Vidit sacrifices bishop. Wow. Vidit played this bishop takes h3 move, which is the,
Bishop takes h3.
yeah, bishop takes h3
Oh.
because if you take g takes h3, now what will
Hmm.
you play it is queen to b8, attacking the knight right now. Okay, what will you do? Suppose you bring the knight back, then this is
Take
just,
the knight back.
then this is just, you are just going to lose because now queen g3 check will come because
Oh,
the
he cannot
e2
take.
e2 e2 c2 pawn is pinned now.
Pinned.
C2 pawn is pinned,
Hmm.
so you cannot take that pawn. So you cannot take. So king has to move, and after king, now you will take this queen take
If king
h6.
moves, then queen takes h3.
Yeah, and okay, what can you do here? So you if you bring the knight here, then I will play this. I will bring maybe more pieces. How can I bring more pieces? Maybe I can bring this rook here.
What about knight h5? Knight h5, will it do something?
No, knight h5 is slow now. Thank you. Knight f5, queen f3 will come. Knight f5.
Okay.
So what will
Hmm.
you do is you will play rook d8 because now queen f3 is not possible because you will just exchange this, and after knight takes, you are just going to lose this game because your king is just wide open, right?
Right, right, right.
So bishop to h3. If opponent will take this pawn, sorry, take this bishop, and now I think Hikaru will just use much more time after this. After this queen b8, the move which white has to found is bishop to f4, defending the knight with the bishop. But what happens is we will attack the knight with one more piece, with the bishop to c7.
Mm.
And ultimately what happen is, if suppose we play bishop to g and bishop has to go back, we are getting our piece back, and then f4 will come, and it is going to be very interesting game actually here. So it's not easy for, so now Hikaru will just burn his time, I think, more. Meanwhile, in the Prague's game, after rook a1, Gukesh is still thinking.
Yeah, but bishop takes h3 is the prep. 110%. Also, he has like 1 hour 55 minute.
Yeah, bishop, it's just of course prep. Yeah, it's just prep actually.
100% prep.
Yeah, although bishop takes
How
h,
can they remember?
although bishop takes h3 is the top Indian choice. If you see the Indian here, bishop to
Yeah,
h3.
it says great move.
Yeah. Okay, can we? I want to see where that. I think it is just novelty, right? It could be a novelty.
Mm. Definitely, who will do a bishop takes
And
h3?
look
It
at the
seems
time.
novel.
Look at the time of Vidit. There is so much.
1 hour 55 minute.
Yeah, there is so much time for Vidit. So there is so much time for Vidit right now.
Mm.
So it is definitely a prep. I think I can say that. Definitely it is a prep. Okay, let me see the database. After knight to e5, no games has been found here, I think. But there are no games when knight to e5 was.
Novel.
So of course this is bishop take h3 is just prep by with it. So it is going to be. I think with it has a good time here.
Yeah. Until and unless he's in prep, I am confident he has something in bag.
And but what happened is, okay, Hikaru has played his move, I guess. Okay, after bishop h3, but Hikaru played his knight back to c4, and that was not the best move. And here I think it's now Vidit has some really great chances here. Actually, now bishop to g4 is coming, just attacking the.
Oh,
And after this bishop to g4, you
let's
are
go.
you are just a pawn up, right? One, two, three. No, no, you are not pawn up, but okay. There is actually white has the three pawn island right now, and the pawn on e4 is isolated. So that's the deal here.
Mm. But -1 advantage is.
No, no, it's not complete minus. I think it's just under one. It will, okay, maybe the Indian
uh,
will reevaluate it.
Yeah, go at deeper depth. Yeah,
Yeah,
deeper depth, and maybe I think.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right now the depth is on 20 depth. Okay.
But
Hmm?
Vidit is better. I feel
Yeah, yeah.
Vidit is better.
With it
Definitely
is,
not winning,
yeah,
but
yeah, with it is definitely better because of this time. Now I think with it has not expected this move. With it will take some time to figure out here because knight c4. I don't think with it has just expected here. Now I think he will just take his bishop back, attacks the queen, and already you are a pawn up here. And I think e4 is isolated pawn right now. So it is going to be interesting. And after you come back bishop to g4 attacking the queen, Then queen has to move, and then you will just maybe what? Okay, right now the knight is attacking your bishop on this b6 square. So what can you play here? Can you just go like knight g6 again? And if you take your knight, if you take your bishop, you just take this, and already three pieces are on the king side, and your king is already pretty much safe. So that can be a plan for Vidit. So definitely Vidit is better, and I think at least Vidit will get it wrong from here.
Yeah. And his both the knights, they are, I
Yeah,
think,
yeah, they
coming
are,
in the game position.
and white pieces are still not in the game, and yeah, that's the
Yeah.
problem for white. Meanwhile, in the Pragg's game, Pragg has finally pushed his pawn to d5, and now if you take e takes d5, then up after e takes d5, now okay, right now you cannot take this pawn here because this is defended twice. So what stack is going to play here? And okay, in this position, what can black can play here?
Can he go for? No, that does not
Okay,
work.
but that pawn is just add-on, right, on d5, to be honest.
Mm.
And white pieces are really doing good actually. And the knight on a5, I think, is just misplaced for right now. Knight on a5 is just misplaced here.
If somehow, I don't know how, but if
Hmm.
somehow black can get their knight to d3,
Uh,
I don't know how it will reach
but
d3.
there are no chance, right, to go to
Yeah,
d3. Okay, most of the time knight can just sit on this b3 square, but then what the knight is doing on
d3
b3,
it is doing nothing.
and
Mm.
b3 is not doing okay somehow if you, but it's tough to get this knight on d3 right now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maneuvering is a tricky part.
yeah, maybe black can play rook e8, I think, here just putting the rook on a semi open. Okay,
Mm.
that is just open file. And
Can he go rather than rook e8 to bishop d6, just stopping that push?
yeah, bishop d6 is one of the moves. Yeah, bishop d6 looks nice.
Yeah, because I don't want him to push his pawn. I don't know why.
Hmm.
Yeah,
But yeah, that looks nice actually. Bishop just blockading the pawn with the bishop.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, maybe just knight d4. I want to just play knight, maybe knight f5 attacking your bishop. Is it good? And now
Yeah,
my bishop is also open.
yeah.
And suppose you play h6. Can you play knight f5 here? No, because of this bishop to c8 moves. And if you take this
Uh,
bishop, c takes, and your pawn is just blocked here with my pawn. So definitely it is not going to play here. So let's
but
see.
why is it showing black better?
Black is pawn up,
Okay.
no? Black is pawn up, right?
Yeah, right, right. Mm-hmm.
Black is pawn up. But white has some nice activity in the center, and white pieces are just pretty much active than black pieces, I guess.
Bhai, if Vidit wins now, then definitely a dairy milk from my side.
Vidit will win. Okay, Vidit, at least Vidit is not going to lose this game. I can say that.
Yeah.
Because by staying this position, Vidit has so much time already. Uh, 35 minute up in time, almost 34, 35,
Mm.
right? So I think there is a great chance for Vidit. Yeah, to
Yeah, what
be
are the other games? Nepo and Nijat, what is
Nepo
happening?
game is very going interesting, right? Okay, let's go to Humpy G's game first. In Humpy G's game was what happened is, uh, okay, right now this is the current position, and the game is pretty much balanced right now. Okay, knight is on. Okay, she has taken the rook with the bishop right away, and now it's Humpy G's turn, and she is doing quite well in time also. And now I guess she can play knight a5, just attacking the bishop. And if bishop goes to a2, now I think she can just push the b4 right away. And okay, knight comes to c4, then I think she can just trade this knight and bishop after bishop takes. This is pretty much fine after c5. Okay, this position looks actually okay. Right now, nothing is happening here. Meanwhile, in the game of Vaishali, what was happening is,
I think Humpy will draw.
yeah, Humpy is going to be very solid. So there is no issue.
Vaishali.
Okay,
Vaishali no
Vaishali
problem.
is also doing good actually. Vaishali has
Yeah.
just a C open C5 right now. Vaishali is very solid right now. So there is
Mm.
nothing to worry for the Vaishali right now.
If that knight comes to c4, will it be good for her?
Knight right now, knight to C4 is not doing anything because his opponent can just kick back the knight with the move B3 now. So there is no
e3 then takes the pawn.
wait. Yes.
Knight takes a3.
No. Okay. First, you have to waste two moves to go C3, right?
Yeah,
Suppose you
yeah.
just play knight A5 with the same idea. Then I think what will opponent will do is she can play B3. I think first. Wait, the Indian doesn't like. Okay, but
e3 first.
yeah, just P3 or maybe just C
But no. If she plays b3, then rook is coming to
C8.
c3 is better. Yeah, rook is coming to c8, double attacking the pawn.
But rook C1, then rook C1.
Rook c1. Is your knight coming to the center then? Knight e4.
Okay, you are just going for knight E4 now. Then I
Yeah.
think I can just start in the center with the move C4. And the problem is you cannot take with the D pawn, right? And next move, I am threatening to take the pawn on D5 because rook is going to attack the queen now.
So knight e4 is not a good move. What are the other options apart
Okay,
from knight e4?
knight e4 is good, not bad move. But after the c4 move, you have to just uh, put back this knight again to maybe knight. Sorry, not here. What can you do here?
Tempo lost.
Maybe you have to just move your queen, I think, somewhere. But where you are moving this queen? Maybe queen f4.
How about this queen? No. How about this queen e7 attacking that pawn on a3?
Okay, you are just going to queen e7, right? But
Yeah,
then
attacking that
c
pawn
takes
on
d5 first. Okay. And if you c takes d5
a3.
and suppose you take the pawn on a3, then rook c8 will come. And after you take this rook, oh sorry, after you take this rook, the game is totally lost because now queen takes e4 is hanging. That's the problem. So you cannot take this.
Queen takes e4, but I
Okay,
cannot take the knight.
no. Okay, wait. You are saying can take here. You take this, but what happen is if I take your knight. Okay, what is the next move which white is going to play here? See, the problem
Mm,
is B pawn is just going to fall, okay, and you have just two passer on the queen side. Suppose you take the pawn, then after this,
mm,
maybe queen takes b3 is fine, and if you take the pawn on f7, then queen takes f7, and there are two connected passer on the queen
yeah.
side. That can be very dangerous now. So I don't think,
Mm.
okay, I don't think this will happen. Meanwhile, let's check the game between Nepo and okay. Now Vidit is thinking because the move knight to c4 is the surprise for Vidit, I guess.
Mm.
Okay, let's go back to the game of Firouzja versus Nepo.
But is bishop g5 obvious for Vidit? I think it should be.
It should, yeah, yeah, this is, I think Vidit has just seen the move bishop g5, but then he is just calculating the complete variation, or
That.
yeah, maybe. Okay, the game is really interesting in Firouzja versus Nepo right now. Firouzja is already down in time 20 minutes. But and okay, what happened here is after bishop b3, bishop takes f3, which we had discussed, g takes f3, queen takes d3, king to g2, queen to d7, rook to d1, attacking the queen. Queen goes to e8, and now Nepo is just playing fearless play, and I think I like this thing by Nepo. Nepo is just going all out actually. Nepo is just going all out.
h4.
Yeah, Nepo goes for
Like bishop takes h4.
okay, after h4, if bishop take h4, then this position is just lost now. After rook h1, you are just attacking the bishop. And what will you do here? Suppose you
Uh, I will, yeah, I mean, my bishop will go back to e7.
e7.
Or e8. D8, D8 maybe. D8. I'll open the queen maybe.
Okay, that is not going to be. I will just play queen c2. And now the h file is open and the h7 is going to,
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah.
and this is just lost actually. This is plus
Mm,
8, this is plus 8, and actually it's just lost now.
mm.
So it is just, so you cannot take the pawn on h4 because the h file will open and black pieces are not ready for this. And
Correct.
white is pretty much active here. So, and white knight on e4 is just beautifully placed here.
It looks deadly.
So after knights, okay, so what happened is, uh, Firouzja goes for this knight to c8, and I think his idea is to put the knight on this d6 square,
E6, yeah.
countering this knight on e4. So that would be very interesting. Meanwhile, in
Yeah, good.
Hikaru game, okay, Vidit has not played any moves yet. Meanwhile, in Pragg's game, wow, Pragg has come. Okay, okay, now Pragg has just made some blunders. Oh my God. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. After he takes Pragg is going all out. I don't know what, but I think it's Pragg. Is it Pragg preparation or what actually? That I or Pragg missed something. Wait. After
Okay.
e takes
Not mentioned
d5.
right now.
After e takes d5, what happened is we are thinking for the move t takes e, right? E takes d. But what Pragg did is Pragg played is wait, yeah. First after e5, Gukesh put his knight back, and now e6 by Pragg, and Pragg is going all out, and this is already not an easy position for Pragg right now. And I think okay, pawn takes pawn can be taken here. This is, but it's, but we can see that Pragg has just played these moves very on a very little time, right? So I think
Yeah,
this,
yeah. 1 hour, 51 minute.
yeah, and on that time with the okay, Gukesh has just used his 1 hour for the 15 moves. So it is really interesting actually. Is it a prep by Praggnanandhaa here? But right now Indian doesn't like the
I
position,
don't-
doesn't likes the position
Yeah.
because
Okay,
up
why India does not like?
because after f takes e6, okay, already now black is two pawn up, right? One, two, three, four, five. Black has already eight pawn in the board. White has five pawn, right?
But that pawn e6 is very weak, no?
Yeah, e6 is quite weak, but okay, maybe that is not so worse. And maybe white has some great attacking chance with the knight coming to d4. Oh, sorry, knight coming to d4 is blunder. Knight to d4 here, attacking the pawn on e6, and then queen has to come to defend the
Hmm.
pawn. and then you will play bishop f4 to harass the queen right now. But then rook takes f4 is the best engine move to seize your advantage from the
Rook
white.
takes f4.
And after
Rook
pawn
takes
takes,
f4. Pawn takes f4.
yeah, pawn takes f4,
Queen
and now
queen takes.
now c6. Actually, I think Pragg has just find a way that okay, Gukesh can be go wrong anytime if he is not careful here. So now Gukesh will also think for so much time because e6 what engine is suggesting the move order is knight to d4. You are attacking the pawn, and how can you defend the pawn on e6? What are the
Uh,
ways? Uh, how can you? Okay, queen d6 or maybe bishop c8 is another way. But bishop c8 looks very
Bishop
passive.
c8 very, yeah,
Looks very passive, right?
yeah.
Right. And
Okay, Sunil bhai, can he push his pawn rather than just push the pawn? No, but then the pawn is losing. Bishop
okay,
takes.
if you push the pawn, then
Yeah,
what will happen?
pawn.
No, no. Then there is a fork on queen and a rook.
Oh,
Then
yeah,
there,
yeah, yeah.
then there is, and you are just losing the game actually. So I think it's not easy for Gukesh to find the best move, and already we can see by the time this is just this may be Prague's preparation. So that can be very deadly actually, right?
But what is the best move here? E takes, sorry, F takes,
F
E
takes,
pawn.
and after knight d4, queen comes to d6 to defend the pawn, and now after bishop comes to f4, you have to give a rook sacrifice, and
Oh my God.
after pawn takes rook, you have to play this d6 move, which is quite of weird. Maybe you are just going to trying to kick out the knight here. And other good move is here
What about
is
knight takes E6?
no, no, it's now black's turn now. It's black's turn.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And or other move is just can you play this knight to f6? But after knight f6, what will happen is you will just put this rook on e file, and you will just pressure the e6 pawn right away. That's the problem.
Hmm.
And if queen takes the pawn, then this is just lost after queen takes e6. Okay, that was a free bishop, so he cannot take the pawn. You cannot take this pawn.
Yeah.
So there are really great chances. Okay, after e6, let's see. Although Indian is liking the Gukesh position, but Gukesh has to see all the variation. And already
Yeah, not
Gukesh
easy.
is not
Down in time.
okay.
Not
Finally,
ahead.
after knight c4, Vidit has played this knight. Okay, bishop to g4 move right now, attacking the queen, and this is really interesting actually. And now he has to save this queen. And okay, first you can move your queen, or maybe you can play bishop e2. But after bishop e2, we what we can do is we can take the queen first. Then you have to take with the bishop, because if you take with the rook, then the bishop hangs. So you have to take with the bishop. Then bishop will get exchanges also, and rook comes here. And then I think knight to e4, and black is just a pawn up here, complete pawn. I
Hmm.
right, Prankit bhai. So
Yeah.
this can be a variation right now, but or maybe what Hikaru will do is Hikaru will just move his queen to c2, but then after he moves this, then what happen is knight to g6, slowly building an attack here, and already Vidit pieces are really active here. So it's not easy for Hikaru right
Hmm.
now, and I think Hikaru is
Right.
already under pressure because of time situation.
How many moves Hikaru has played? 15?
Wait, just give me 1 minute. Okay, right now 12 moves has happened on the board. Okay, it's only wait. Yeah, 12 moves has happened in from the both side, and 28 moves in 70 minutes for Hikaru. So it's not going to easy. And by the way, after knight c8, now Nepo is thinking against the Firouzja. Oh, we had not checked the game yet. Caruana versus Abasov. Wow,
Oh yeah,
I had not.
Caruana.
Okay, Pankaj, which opening you think was happened? I had not checked. Okay, Sicilian. Ah, now something new. E4, C5.
Abasov went for Sicilian.
Yeah, knight f3
Wow.
and knight f6. Bishop comes here.
Against Caruana.
Yeah,
He has
draw.
guts.
No, but Sicilian is well known opening in top level. Everyone played like this,
Yeah.
so it's fine actually.
But I've heard it is very attacking thing. I mean, you get result in Sicilian.
No, there are some variation
Because since
where you
Abasov
can.
is black, I thought he will go for draw. This is what I thought.
No, but you cannot get draw with. Okay, which opening do you play to get draw in top level chess? And then by
Oh, I
which
think just E4, E5. E4,
E4,
E5 is
E5
good.
is not in. Okay, you are not going to get draw with E4, E5 actually. E4, E5 are one of the most tactical openings, right? Like Ryle Opech and this, where both player has chance. That's why both Black also try to play this E5 stuff against E4 because Black also gets some
So,
initiative.
so if you were Abasov and you wanted, like, I want to draw against Caruana, what would you play as black?
First of all, if I'm Abasov and I'm playing the FIDE candidate, so if I lost, then it is not going to be matter. If I win, so I will go for the winner because क्योंकि क्या होगा ना अल्टीमेटली ड्रॉ करके कोई फायदा नहीं होने वाला किसी को इफ यू थिंक मतलब वो माइंड से जाओगे यू विल ड्रॉ देन देयर आर लेस चांस देन यू विल विन द टूर्नामेंट एंड अभी क्या है
But
यहाँ
in
पे
front of you is Fabiano Caruana.
बट लास्ट
ये तो
टाइम
देख लो.
आई टोल्ड यू ना अबासो बीट्स
हाँ.
फाबियानो करवाना
Hmm. And Abasov was black at that time.
yeah no yeah actually they had a pretty crazy match actually both three matches are really crazy at that time okay h3 a6 bishop takes pawn takes knight goes to h4 queen comes here g6 bishop pins the knight bishop 7 defend the knight and knight goes to h5 bishop here change knight comes back and this is very interesting position right now okay Abasov has double pawns but okay still the position is very pretty much fine and right now and Abasov has to find where he's going to put the bishop right now because bishop on c8 where you are going to put so that would be interesting so what do you think Pankaj bhai what are you going to do
In Abasov game.
yeah
Hmm.
meanwhile in the Prague's game after e6 Gukesh is I think Gukesh is going to be in huge time pressure after some time already Gukesh has so much less time here so what do you think Pankaj bhai
I
Gukesh
think he should take it and
but
but
it
what if he does not take and if he just pushes the pawn?
but if you pushes the pawn then
There is no
e6 is just going to be क्या बोलते हैं गले में मतलब फंस गया मतलब pawn
monster, monster.
मतलब गले में
Okay,
जैसे कुछ फंस जाता है ना जैसे
गले
वो
में हड्डी.
हाँ मतलब then what are you going to do e6 pawn is just taking the
Yeah.
critical d7 and f7 square so you cannot do this right so it's not but okay let's see what Gukesh will do I think he has to take actually this is the only way where Gukesh can get some advantage right otherwise
Mm.
and totally we can see that Pragg is in his prep actually it's not going to easy for Gukesh already Pragg has only used his
What if
9
he goes? What if he goes knight d6 rather than taking the pawn
if
knight
knight,
d6
knight
with
d6
the idea of knight f5?
then there is a cool tactic then knight okay knight d6 you cannot play now you are just hanging the pawn on d5 now because right now queen and bishop are defending the pawn now. This pawn, d5 pawn, so you cannot go here. So it's not easy for Gukesh actually. Gukesh has to be accurate also. But if he finds the way, then okay, Pragg can be in trouble after some time. But actually, Gukesh has to find for at least 5 to 6 move accurately. Although he is the two pawn up right
Okay,
now.
one last move. Rather than taking, can he go c6?
But okay, c6, you are just losing that pawn now. Sorry, c6. Okay,
Yeah, c6.
c6. What will happen is maybe e takes f7. Yeah, c6 is pretty much fine.
E takes f7, then rook
Yes,
takes.
yeah. Actually, c6 looks good actually here. Because if you take e takes f7, rook takes f7, and now after this knight to e5, attacking the rook right now. Okay, if you just go back rook to f8, then what will happen is then knight to c6 is, yeah, knight to c6. Wow, what happened if he takes the knight?
Knight
Okay,
c6.
Indian is suggesting knight to
Bishop
c6.
takes.
Bishop take or knight take? You
Bishop
can,
takes.
okay, sorry, bishop take first because bishop is defending the pawn here. Then
Yeah,
knight,
yeah, yeah.
then
Bishop
knight to
is defending.
d5, knight to d5. Even if bishop takes, okay, knight to d5, you cannot. I guess you cannot take this now, with knight,
Why?
because there is a four coming now. There is a four coming for this queen and a rook, and after this moves, there is,
Hmm.
but still black is winning here. Wow,
I
that's,
will not say it is that bad, yeah.
yeah, it's really crazy. After this, okay,
Alpha zero. Alpha
alpha.
zero.
But okay, okay, I got it. Black has two pieces for the rook now. Black has two.
Oh, yes.
So that's why, that's why, that's
Hmm.
why, that's why, that's why. That's why Indian assist.
So c6 is a good option then, huh? Rather than taking.
Yeah, c6 looks fine actually. And then what? Then let's see what Pragg will do. That would be very interesting.
And c6, then c6, you are saying that pawn takes. I am saying pawn does not take rather than knight d4.
Okay, you are just saying just knight d4 direct, right?
Yeah,
But the problem
yeah.
is then knight 7 will come. And now what will you do? Because now black is threatening to take the pawn with the knight. And already black is pretty much active here.
Okay, here if I go bishop f4,
Bishop f4
bishop
attack,
f4,
f4 attacking the knight, but you can just take the
yeah,
pawn, I guess. Knight takes e6. Yeah, you can just chop
knight
chop.
takes,
But okay, what is happening with knight is pawn takes knight. There is a check. Queen takes.
queen takes,
King goes to
Aleksandra.
h8. And now what are you doing? You are just two pawn down, right? Black is very solid on
Hmm.
this queen side, and you had no attack. Your bishop is pretty much countered
Yeah,
by these two pawns and bishops.
hmm. Right. So knight d4 was bad. Then yeah, then he has to take with.
So, but Gukesh
Then
is
yeah,
really going
knight
down in
knight
time now.
e5 will be.
But Gukesh is really going down in
Yeah.
time. That's the
I mean
problem.
c6 is not easy. You have to do calculation. The
Yeah,
first
but
instinct is takes, na? Pawn
yeah,
takes,
yeah,
f takes e.
which is the best actually. But then you have to be ready for this knight to d4 move.
या
Of course,
exchange sack होगा ना.
exchange sack. You have to give the exchange sack. Okay, but Gukesh has to be accurate actually. Pragg has just done a bluff, right? This is just like a bluff actually, or maybe. Okay, we will see
Doing it
the,
in candidates.
but we will see the we will see the interview of Gukesh. Sorry, Pragg actually. What will Pragg say about this position actually? Is it trap or what? What do you think, Priyanka? Is it prep? I think it's
I
prep.
think he has 1 hour 51 minute definitely prep.
Yeah, that is just prep, right?
Yeah.
That is
When he
maybe.
played e6, I thought it is a prep. E6 is like not obvious. E6 is prep.
But okay, the prep is I think Priyanka e5 actually, because e5 is not the best way, and of course you are just attacking the knight, so your knight will go back, and then you have to go for this e6, and actually e5 was the key move here. Rather than here, Pragg can just simplify the position with the knight takes d5, knight takes, maybe pawn takes, or maybe bishops. If you take the pawn with the bishop, then knight e5 will come, and this is pinned. This bishop is pinned, so you cannot take the pawn, and the position is pretty much fine for both of these actually. Okay, slightly black is up because black is already a pawn up, but still, but in this position, what Pragg has chosen is Pragg just did not go for that variation. After he pushed the pawn, he did not take the pawn back. He just attack the knight and just go for e6. Okay, I want to see that how much time Pragg take to play the e6 move right away.
I
Okay,
think he played within seconds. I don't think he thought much.
okay, 46 second. Wow. Pragg takes only 46 second. That is insane.
I think after e5 it is obvious, right? E6 or
Yeah, yeah.
what?
Okay.
If
If
he played
yeah, yeah,
e5, then I
yeah,
think
yeah,
e6 is very
yeah, yeah.
obvious.
That's the point. If you are going to play e5, then you will play e6 for sure. Otherwise, no option here.
Hmm.
So there is nothing. Okay, finally, I think
Yeah.
Gukesh has made a move. No, Gukesh is not making his move. Wow. But I think it's a key time for Gukesh to calculate everything here because after this,
Yeah.
uh,
How many moves Gukesh has to make?
Gukesh has to make 25 move in 45 minutes, less than 2 minutes per move.
That is not easy.
Meanwhile, okay, now Vidit is thinking after this bishop g4. Okay, what Hikaru has played is let us check what Hikaru has played. Already Gukesh has sorry Vidit has a fine position here. Okay, queen goes to c2, and now I think what
Hmm.
Vidit can play is maybe just go knight g6, and okay, Hikaru
Yeah,
can,
knight g6 is very good.
yeah, just put your pieces on this side, and okay, white can take this bishop, but you are just fine for this. Your pieces are too much active on the king side. So it is
Can you go back one move rather than going to knight g6? Should he try to save his bishop pair? Go like bishop c7 back.
bishop c7 now here.
Yeah,
Bishop
yeah.
c7. Okay, he can go, but
Instead of knight g6, yeah. I want to keep the bishop pair. Is it problem?
then e5 will come. Then e5 will come.
e5 will come.
And okay, then where
e5 will come, then I will go knight d5.
knight d5. And after knight d5, what will happen is I think f3 will come. And f3 you have to move. Okay, f3 is not the best way. Okay. Bishop take h7. Okay, how can I miss this? Bishop take h7. Bishop take h7 is on the
Bishop. Oh.
because this is supported by the queen. So there are
But if he goes king h8, then is it a...
okay. If he goes king h8, the position is okay. You have to take bishop back after this.
crazy position?
The position is really crazy
Yeah.
actually after queen c2. So here you
Indian says it is still black is better.
yeah. But after this knight to g6, what is happening is now you cannot play e5, I guess. If you play e5, then knight goes to h5, and now you have no bishop to h7 move right now because your knight is
Mhm.
right and
Guarding that, yeah,
guarding
square.
that, and you cannot take this knight. That would be horrible blunder because of
Mm.
knight
Yeah, yeah,
g3.
yeah. It will just pawn will
And
retire.
technically, the problem is knight g3 is also coming. The threat is knight g3 next move after knight h5. So white has to be careful. because the pawn on e7 is there, pawn on e2 is pinned.
Oh, yeah. Correct.
So you have to take this bishop first. Can you take with the queen? Okay, you can take with the queen, but the best way is to take with the pawn. And now if you take the bishop for knight, then I think
But
f take g6 and white has
Sunil
opened
bhai,
this.
taking with queen, shouldn't it be better? It will maintain that pin.
Yeah,
It will maintain that pin.
yeah, but what happen is you will first play bishop take g6, right? Bishop take
Uh,
g6, you have to take with f pawn, and after this, what he
okay.
will play is he will play bishop e3 move, just attacking your queen. And now there is nothing. Your knight is what your knight is doing there,
Yeah.
right? That's the
Mm.
problem here. What do you think?
Mm. Queen taking with queen is not good.
But still, the position is
Yeah, I
so.
mean, I wanted to maintain that pin. Yeah, that's why I wanted to take with queen.
Yeah. Meanwhile, in Prague's game, the Gukesh is still down in time. I'm just little bit worried about Gukesh. Actually, I hope this game end in a draw because, but right now Gukesh has 100% accuracy, and Gukesh played the F5 move, which was not the best here. This is the move.
F5.
This is the move like which Praggnanandhaa played yesterday against Firouzja, but that time F5 is just forcing now. Yesterday night F5,
Yeah.
and the problem with the F5 is now knight
If he
is
takes an
no no.
Abasov,
Why he will take
okay.
Pankaj bhai? Why he will take? Why he will take? There is a pawn on e6. Right now you cannot attack the pawn. Black, how black is going to
Uh,
attack this pawn? Now knight e5 is coming with a very nice knight is coming to e5, I guess. Can you play knight e5?
knight e5, then queen d6, na?
Knight e5, queen d6. But queen d6, then knight to d7. And if you think you will take this pawn,
Oh,
you cannot take because the rook
oh,
is hanging first. So suppose you take queen takes e7, then knight takes f8, and after this bishop take f8. Uh, White is better actually with the bishop pair, and white is just exchange up. So let's see, knight
mm,
e5 is interesting actually, but after knight e5, this looks interesting actually. Okay, wow, Prague is in totally in prep, I guess. Wow, Pinkit bhai, Prague is in totally preparation.
what is playing?
Prague has played his moves.
Knight e5?
Yeah, Prague has played knight
Oh,
e5. Wow. And there are so moves. Okay, after this f5, knight e5. Wait, okay, Gukesh has played knight f6 here. And right now, I think Prague is clear favorite here due to time control. Okay, now the position is not so dangerous for Prague. But I think e6 pawn is giving some advantage to Prague right now. E6 pawn on e6 is really good right now.
I
Okay,
still don't understand why he played f5. So do you understand the idea?
I don't know what is the idea here. F5, it's tough.
So I'm thinking like he wanted his knight to come to this f6, but he could have done that directly. I mean, why he pushed that pawn f5?
Okay, if you come
Couldn't he
directly,
go directly?
okay, but if you come directly knight to f6, then maybe white will take the pawn, and after you take with the king or rook, suppose
Rook
king,
takes.
okay, rook takes, then knight to g5 with the tempo, and the and you are getting an exchange now. Problem is this because now rook has to go back, right? And now knight to e6,
Oh, okay.
and maybe okay, Kokesh doesn't like this move, right? And
Hmm.
even if you take with the king, still knight g5 will come with check. And after this knight to e6, there is this fork here. So
Yeah.
maybe he doesn't like this variation. So it's the pro. This is the problem here. Maybe that's why she just go for this f5. And clearly after knight e5, knight f6 by uh, Knight, and he just immediately played this knight to f6 after that.
Hmm.
And right now Pragg will think, because Pragg is already, we can see that Pragg has laid off 1 hour and 7 minutes in time. And that's big lead actually. There is no increment.
Wow.
Meanwhile, in Pragg versus Vidit game,
That
what happened is after Queen c2, Vidit is thinking here. So Vidit is also using his extra time.
yeah, he should use it. If he has the time, then he should.
Yeah, yeah. But now Vidit position is,
जल्दी क्या है?
and okay, let's go to the Firouzja third board. Okay, the game between Abasov is, what happened is after this e3 by Caruana, b5, and I think now knight e2, and now it's Abasov move. What can Abasov play here? Okay, the problem with the black right now, I think, is where you are going to put this bishop, and that's a huge problem, right? An ideal square for the bishop can be e6, but the problem is your e5 pawn will just hang. So that's the one of the
How
problem.
about bishop d7? Bishop d7?
Bishop d7, I don't like this move. Okay, okay, bishop on d8 and bishop on d7. I, I think that's the same actually. That doesn't do anything.
Uh,
But still,
I
okay.
mean, I wanted my rook to come to center. My
Okay,
idea is like my rook can come to
and
center.
okay,
Yeah,
you can go for this
connect
bishop.
the rooks.
You can go for this bishop to b7. But the problem is there are double pawns on the c file, and it's a very
Bishop
big.
has no life.
Bishop has no life, maybe future in future. And right now, if you see the black scum, there are some dark square weakness around the king. And okay, Caruana is just trying to shift his knight on the king side. And already we can see that the bishop is not in the game. So that would be, and maybe Caruana can try to win this game. Meanwhile, in Pragg's game, after knight f6, now Pragg is thinking, and Pragg will think for some time. And okay, one thing which I want to mention is Gukesh take 26 minute 29 second to play f5. And sometimes what happens is if you take so much time, then there are chances that you will play some wrong moves. At one interview, Magnus has said this. If I think so much for a long time,
Yeah.
there are chances that I will play a wrong move.
I think even Vishy sir said that
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
somewhere.
yeah.
Just thinking like too much
Yeah, yeah.
can sometimes be wrong.
Okay, let's go to the women's board. And okay, I'm just little worried
Yeah, how
about
is Vaishali doing?
Vaishali is just doing like yesterday in time. Okay, right now what was happened is right now the position is pretty knight. Okay, knight on e5,
वो
white,
बोर्ड हिल गया फिर से आपका
वो वाला,
एक
हाँ,
सेकेंडरी बोर्ड हिल गया.
मैंने वहीं पर खोल दिया वो, तब भी मैं भूल जाता हूँ ना बार बार. Okay, wait, I have to just fix this board again. That is just big task. Last time that was not happened, but now it is the problem. Okay, let's go. Okay, right now the board is now fixed. Okay, here the,
Now it is.
okay, can we see first the Nepo board? What Nepo is doing? Okay, Nepo has put his pawn on C at 6. Wow, crazy game going on here. Okay, we had seen the game.
Six.
Yeah, H4.
And
Up, up.
and he played G5.
Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you are right.
Why that's crazy, crazy thing going right away in their games. And meanwhile, what happened? Wait, what happened here is uh, after h4, knight goes to c8, h5, king goes to h8, and now h6. Clearly, Plinkit, why you cannot take this pawn, because already I said then rook h1 is coming, and this pawn will fall with the bishop here, and this will
Right.
be just. Or maybe you can play rook h8 first, but then after king f1, this is just lost actually. This is not because I like the most important piece for white right now is the knight on e4. I like the piece here, knight. Okay, after h6, what Abasov played this g5 move, just completely shut down in this uh, file. And if you okay, you cannot. This is not Abasov. So g5 is really cool move here, I think, which Abasov played right now. And now Nepo will think how he's going to continue here. But still,
What is the difference between G5 and G6 if he would have gone G6 then?
g6, I think it's almost same, but I don't know what is the main difference between g6.
थोड़ा G6 थोड़ा safe नहीं लग रहा मतलब it is looking a bit stable. G5 बहुत
Hmm.
aggressive.
But
It is looking very
the top
aggressive.
choice of engine is g5. That's the case here. But okay, let's try to see what is the difference between g6 and g5 right now.
Okay, so what next white will play? Will he go still Rook H1?
Okay, suppose you play g6, then I think can you play f5 here? I don't know. No, no, f5 is just bad. You can take. Or what is the move here?
Pawn takes, then bishop takes.
Okay, after g6, what is the move for white? I don't know what is the move right now.
Oh, can your bishop come here? Bishop G5. Oh, but then he will push this F6.
No, no, he will
Bishop G5, then F6.
f5, f6 now. f6, f6.
F6.
Then okay, f6. You can just put your bishop back now. Bishop e3 maybe. And there are some big weakness right now in the black scheme now. This is just odd. Looking very much odd. But okay, he just played g5, which was the best actually.
But then he can go na bhai. If
Huh?
if he takes his bishop back, then he can push his pawn
Okay, you are saying
F5.
e6, bishop here. If you play f6, bishop e3, f5. And Pragg, you did not think after what happened after knight g5 and knight g5, g5 and knight g5 looks
Bishop takes.
okay. If you take with the bishop, then I
Bishop
think
takes.
this is
Because
just
his knight is very strong, my bishop is.
no, no. Your bishop is active piece, and now you have no active so much active piece because now these two knights, it's really tough. Uh, okay, and
So yeah, his light square bishop and his queen are looking at that diagonal
now
on the
his bishop is really powerful.
right.
Bishop is also very powerful because there are some dark square weakness also.
Correct. I see it now.
Okay, right now,
Right,
okay,
right.
Pragg has not played his move. After queen c2, Vidit is still thinking. Pragg is also still thinking. Okay, Pragg can use his time how to continue this game. But right now, the position is pretty much equal according to the injury. But I think we will get a result from this board. Pragg versus Gukesh and Aleksandra.
One funny move, Sunil bhai. Can Praggnanandhaa go there like knight F7?
Knight
It
f.
is it is like knight is doing nothing.
But what happens is after knight f7, he will just go queen c8 attacking the pawn. And how you are going to defend the pawn? Maybe you have to remove your bishop and you just play bishop g5
Yeah.
defending the pawn here. But then what will happen is d4 will come kicking out your knight from here. And yeah, after d4, what are you going to play? Suppose you take the pawn.
Instead of bishop. Instead of bishop g5, if I go bishop f4,
F4. What's the idea of F4? Okay. Bishop F.
if he takes, no, but I will lose the
Okay,
knight.
bishop E4. Now knight E4 is coming. Knight is just beautifully placed on E4. And if you take with the knight or maybe bishop, then there is you can take with the
Connected pawn.
yeah you can take f
Pawn
takes
से लूंगा.
or maybe the strongest is queen takes e6. The strongest is queen take
Queen
e6
takes e6.
because
Yeah,
you're
yeah, we are beginning to take that.
yeah
Uh,
and this is just good for white, right? Sorry, black. So this can happen actually. Oh, this
I
is
don't think this will happen.
okay. Of course, he will not play, but now Pragg is taking so much time. I think already Pragg has taken 15 minutes for his move. But okay, he can afford. He can afford right now.
How about Vidit? How is it?
Vidit is still thinking after Queen C2. Okay, there are a lot of things to think for Vidit actually. He has to consider move like
Caruana.
on E5. Meanwhile, Caruana. Okay, yeah, Nepo. After G5, Nepo is also thinking. Okay, the Caruana. What happened with the Caruana? Okay, after Bishop E6 was happened in their board. And now I think it's time for Caruana to open the position with the move A4 maybe. Sorry, F4. F4, if you take the pawn, knight takes, and after knight takes, queen take, and white is really doing good here, actually. But still, let's see how the game will continue from here.
Maybe he can go then rook f1. No, rook f8.
Rook F8 supporting the pawn here, right?
Back.
But then what we'll do is
Yeah,
we will just
yeah.
bring our knight to F3, and you cannot push the pawn to F5 because after he takes F5, okay, how is you going to, if you take with the rook, then we will just move the queen. And already I like the white position because the pawn for the black are still shaky, right? Double pawn on c5, and yeah, your bishop is right now pinned, but let's see what will happen. Meanwhile, in the
But maybe if next move he can go like next move if he can go double his rook there.
but okay, then white can
Rook
also double.
again rook.
No, no, white can also double on f5 now because f5 is just open. Okay, Pragg has not played his move right now.
Right.
Okay, queen c2 with this thinking, Pragg and Vidita's thinking. Okay, let's go to the Vaishali game. Let's see what Vaishali is doing right now. I think second half of Candid will be more interesting than first half, to be honest. Right?
Mm, I think players will try to attack more because they would want to win.
Hmm.
Initially, I mean, there are some nerves. If you just starting the tournament, you are a bit nervous.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you try
And
to play a bit safe, solid.
yeah, exactly.
Then you become comfortable and then you show your real colors.
Okay. Okay, Vaishali is still pretty much down in time as usual. Okay, but Vaishali is pretty much very much solid
So
here
why
actually.
Vaishali is playing so slow?
I don't know why actually. It's not slow, but okay. But still, it's fine actually. It's not so much slow. But yeah,
Vaishali and Pragg have same second or
I
they
don't
are
know.
different?
I think Vaishali has other coach, right? Other, sorry, other second, not coach. RB Rameshwar is the coach of
Yeah, I
Vaishali.
was just imagining
But if we see,
Fiddler training both.
yeah, but Sudler is one of the greatest player actually. I like Sudler actually.
Yeah,
And now if you see the
he
Vaishali
has the, I
position,
mean, good experience.
yeah, Peter Sudler. Suppose, Praggnanandhaa, if Pragg wins this tournament, suppose for example, what do you think? Who is going to be second then?
If
Definitely,
Pragg wins, then I think second will be Caruana.
no, no. It's sort
अच्छा, you are asking that second, okay. Fiddler ही रहेगा.
yeah, maybe Sudler, but he will take help from
Second
no,
position,
no, but he will take
second position or the coach.
but he will take help from other also now after this. Suppose he wins.
I think there would be none other than Vishy sir to help him
Yeah, Vishisar
if he
can help.
wins. उनसे better कौन होगा?
But
उससे
okay,
better कौन होगा?
if you see the Magnus second, I like one name very interesting, which is Duvo. Duvo is just
Yeah, Duo.
like
Yeah.
had you seen some games of Duvo? You will not feel
No, I
anytime.
have not.
Okay, you just watch some games of Duo and you will not just get bored. He will just do so many novelties in the games. He will just surprise his opponent anytime. He's just so, what can we say? Matlab, he's so creative player. If you see, if I want to tell some creative players that of this time, what we can say is Dubov, Shakriyar Mahamada is one of them. Okay. By the way, Abasov Nijat second is Mohammad Shakriyar, I guess.
Yeah, Shakriya.
Hmm. And these,
Mame जा रहा हूँ, right?
yeah, yeah, these
Shakriya.
are very creative players in top level chess right now.
I thought even Rajabov could have
But
trained Nijat. They are from Azerbaijan, na? Shakriya,
yeah, yeah, but
Rajabov, and
if
Nijat.
you see the playing style of Rajavu is very solid player. Rajavu. Okay, right
Hmm.
now with it, okay, what happened? There are some move happen here. After this, knight goes back, queen goes to c2, bishop. Okay, Plankit bhai. With it played your move and save his bishop here, bishop c2, and now e5 will come. But okay, that is still good for with it and good. But now the time is equal actually for both of the players.
Because why I wanted this to save, so if you see that bishop is targeting that h2 square, but yeah, now this is coming.
Okay, e5 was played. E5 was played. And
Hmm.
now knight f2 d5 has to be played, of course. Then bishop takes h7 will come. You have to play king h8. And now, okay, that's just okay. Still,
Allowing bishop h7, like it is.
but allowing the because if you see the problem for white right now is white two pieces are not doing anything in the game. His okay, his bishop and knight. His knight is just not come into the game right now for Hikaru. His rooks are not connected. Okay, and if you see the position for black both bishops are doing fine. Knight on d5 is well placed, and okay, that's just okay. E5 was played here by the way, and knight e7. Okay, he played knight d7, which was not the best. Why not knight d5 actually? Okay, knight d7 right now. Vidit is going to attack this pawn here, but
A bit passive, no?
yeah, a little bit passive actually. Bishop take s7, king h8 is going to become, I think. And now g3 is the key move here, which Indian is shouting every time. Okay, sorry, g3 not
G3.
g3. And after g3, knight g6. What is the move knight g6 here? Suppose you take with the bishop, pawn take,
Pawn takes.
And suppose you take with the queen, then tell me the move 25. Then bishop e2
Wait,
attacking
if I get the
bishop e2 attacking the rook. Suppose the rook attacks the bishop, then after this is hanging, the knight is hanging, so you cannot go for this. So let's see.
oh,
By the
yeah,
way,
yeah.
after knight e7, bishop take h7, king h8 was played, and this was happening again. Now they are playing fast actually. Meanwhile, the Pragg is still thinking for his move, I guess, after knight f6. And now it's Pragg's time. Pragg is taking his time.
Mm. I think this was a bit shocking for Pragg when you go, I mean, when he played F5, you know?
Yeah, yeah,
That's
that's
why.
no, I don't think f5 is just shocking because if you see after f5,
No,
Pragg,
not shocking. I mean,
no,
different. I mean, what he
yeah, yeah.
might have prepped, it is a bit different.
But after f5, he just play immediately actually. Yeah, if you
Yeah,
see.
because he would have calculated, na? I
Hmm.
mean, Gukesh would have calculated.
Hmm. So let's see.
करुआना वाले में क्या चल रहा है?
करवाना वाले में चल रहा है. Okay, meanwhile, in Vaishali's game, Vaishali is pretty much solid right now. Nothing is going to happen. Humpy G is what Humpy G is doing. Okay, Humpy G is up in time. And okay, if we see the position of Humpy G right now, okay. Uh, okay, there is a tactics. By the way, rook takes e8, queen takes e8, and right now, if you take bishop takes f6, then you have to take the bishop first, light square bishop, because you cannot take this because this bishop
Hmm.
drops. And now c takes b3, f takes b3, and this is queen endgame, and this can be a little bit tricky. Maybe white is better, slightly better, because right now,
Because of the passer or double pawn.
yeah, double pawn. But okay, queen endgames are really tricky. It's hard to tell actually.
Also, white can get a passer, na? That
Hmm.
a file.
Yeah,
Hmm.
but the problem here is not the passer actually. Queen endgames are little bit tricky. There can be some checks which you can miss. There are things like this now. You can miss some checks, and your pawn will be. Uh, you can capture the pawn with checks sometime. So that's the trickiest part of the queen endgames. Okay. Meanwhile, if Nijat Abasov.
एक मिनट आया भाई पानी पी के आओ.
Hmm. Meanwhile, अभी Nijat Abasov, what Nijat Abasov is doing? Okay, Caruana is already played his rook takes f4, and now it's not easy for Abasov right now to to play this position. Okay, let's go. Mm, right now, the position are a little bit scary. And okay, Pragg has not played, I think, his move right now, till right now.
पता नहीं क्या सोच रहा.
On Pragg,
Pragg.
Pragg is, I think, but it's fine actually. Still, it's fine for Pragg. Pragg
Yeah,
has,
I mean he has time na. So if you have time, then you can use it.
yeah,
But if you're low on time, then it is a problem.
yeah. Okay, Pragg has not. played his move right now. Okay, knight f6. Okay, Prague has taken 27 minutes. Still, Prague has taken 27 minutes and still he has not played his move. And yeah,
What is the most obvious move for Praggnanandhaa here?
okay, if we see the Prague position, okay, some move was happened somewhere. Okay, Nijat versus. Okay, the most obvious move which I can see here is. Mm, okay. Okay, how can you improve your position
Hmm.
with the white right now?
Hmm. I'm scared of this pawn that is on d5. I'm
T5?
scared if some yeah
Okay,
I mean if black pushes it later, I mean
okay, but you cannot do
although
anything.
rook is there,
But you cannot do
yeah,
anything,
rook is
right?
there, but
But you cannot do anything right now
mm,
for that pawn, right? Because okay, rook is here right now, so it's fine, and queen is also on d file, so it's not worry. That's not big issue. But okay, what can you do actually here?
but that is a like if I mean if he goes d4, I mean I mean if the pieces are forked by the pawn, he
Hmm.
cannot even take it because queen is pinned by the rook,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it
So
does not make any.
yeah, so he cannot take, right? So Pragg has so much time to deal with this d5 threat right now. And okay, what is the obvious move actually? That's the question. Okay, now, but okay, again, can we think on knight to f7? Okay, we had think on knight to f7, but knight to f7, queen e8 again. That's the problem. Knight to f7 is okay. That's really tough. That's why I think Pragg is thinking for his. Pragg is taking his time. Okay, if I'm playing, I just go for f4 right now. But this is just losing after queen d6. What can I say?
Queen d6.
Okay, can
Queen
you
d6. Oh, uh,
okay, can you play bishop d4 right now? But bishop d4, knight b3. You are just oh, sorry, knight. Yeah, knight.
knight b3 तो
Knight b3 just attacking the bishop now. And so it's not easy for Pragg also, I think, yes. What to play here.
hmm, now we know why he's taking time.
Okay, the best move for it, according to Indian, is just put your rook on e5.
Rook e1.
Hmm. Rook e1.
Idea? Remove the bishop someday, and what is the idea?
Maybe okay, the double on the F E file, and sometime it can help you to put pressure on that file. Maybe your pawn is on E file. I don't know what is the exact idea for this.
Okay, rather than this rook e1, what if we double on d file, go rook d2 and then maybe rook d1?
Rook D2, then that is horrible actually. Knight B3 just attack the rook.
Uh,
Knight B3 just attack the rook.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Hmm.
And the problem, one thing which I notice here is after knight comes to b3, suppose you play rook e1 and still he goes knight b3 and somehow he just remove his queen. Okay, somehow he just remove his queen. Suppose he play queen e1, queen e8, sorry, and then I guess queen e1 and maybe a rook d8, and somehow he is able to push the pawn on d5. That can be a little bit scary if that pawn is going to roll.
Hmm. Right. So what is that he can play then?
Okay, Pragg has already used 34 minutes. Wow. Meanwhile, in Hikaru versus Vidit game, after King H8, Hikaru is taking his time to figure out. Okay, I think we have to see some interesting names. Okay, Caruana has some advantage here, which engine is suggesting. Okay, okay, what happened? After knight takes, pawn takes, rook takes. Here, Abasov played this rook to d8. I think maybe his idea is maybe is to push the c5 pawn, c4 pawn. But it's not easy actually. Now, what white will do is white will just double the rook on the f
Rook D8, yeah, Rook F1.
rook
Hmm.
f1, and you have to go rook f8, obviously, to defend the pawn. But then
Yeah.
what will happen is now p4 will come, and after p4, if you take the pawn, then a takes b4, and if you take with the queen, okay, you cannot take with the queen because then f6 will fall now. Can you take? I don't.
Instead of B4, B3 better नहीं है?
Okay, you are saying after rook f1, rook f8, you just play p3. Yeah, p3 is also fine actually. p3 is also fine.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Stopping him to push that, yeah, push that C4.
Yeah, c4 is not coming then. Okay, maybe you can play c4 still, but after takes, pawn takes, p takes c4. White is really doing good actually. White has an extra pawn here, right? Although it's double, but pawn is pawn.
But I don't feel this is too bad, ना?
Yeah,
बुरा नहीं लग रहा.
yeah, that's why Caruana is thinking, I guess, after rook 88. But okay, rook f1 is very obvious. Or maybe can you try to play rook e1 and just you try for the e5 move? Suppose uh, a5 and you play e5 right away, then f5 will come. That's the problem. And black is doing pretty much fine actually
Hmm.
after f.
F5 we should contact.
Okay, after Pragg has not played. Wow, Pragg has burned his almost his time on this move.
Now Pragg wants to come equal in time and then he
But I think if Pragg and Gukesh have equal time, I will think Gukesh has nice position actually. Gukesh is clearly two pawn up right now, right? So Pragg cannot just
next move for Pragg is not easy.
yeah, Pragg cannot sit if black is able to stabilize the position, then Pragg will lose this game because
Hmm.
so Pragg has to clearly generate some threats actually here. Okay, meanwhile Hikaru is still thinking. Caruana is thinking for his move. In Nepo, what is Nepo doing? Nepo, Nepo after okay. Nepo is thinking okay after g5. Nepo play this queen to d2. Now knight comes to d6, and now Nepo has to make a choice because now Firouzja is going to take the knight here. Okay, if you take with this knight, then bishop takes. If you take with the bishop, okay, Prankirva, you cannot take this pawn on g5 with the queen, I guess, right? Because of
Pawn on G5.
can you take with the queen? Hello, Shailen bhai. Gukesh has taken Pragg out of his prep. Yeah, yeah, Shailen bhai. That's true. That's true. Agreed, yeah. That's agree. Yeah. After that, okay, if we see the position right now, but if you see that e5 has never played, although Indian doesn't like the move e5. After this e5, knight goes to e8, and then e6 was immediately played by Pragg, and f5 is somewhat that move that Pragg that it takes Pragg out of his prep, I guess. And after Pragg, knight e5, knight f6, and now it's critical position for Pragg because Pragg is clearly down two pawns right away, and Pragg has to create some sort of threats. Otherwise, if Gukesh is able to stabilize the position, then Gukesh can win this game for sure. So Pragg,
Can can Guki just play h3?
no,
I
no,
mean, it is not doing much.
no.
h3.
Right now it's Pragg's move first. No, h3 is not good, I guess. H3. Sorry, Pragg. You are saying Pragg h3 or h6.
Yeah,
When you are
h3 for Pragg.
no, H3, I do not like that. H3 is just so much passive now. What H3 is doing, there is no threat actually. And actually the main threat here is black can go queen e8. Sorry. Black can maybe go here, queen c8 to attack the pawn here. Maybe in some moves. Or maybe bishop here. So that's why. And
I mean, I don't see what Pragg can play here.
okay, that's why Pragg is just burning his time actually here. But I hope that this game will. Okay, finally Pragg has played his move. Queen c2,
What did
which
he
was
have?
not the best, and that's just losing actually. Wow. Queen c2
Queen
is
c2.
two is
Oh,
just too bad actually.
why it is bad? Why it is bad?
Indian is just shouting for the move c5, and after c5, now d4, d5 is coming. Sorry, d4, d3 is unstoppable actually.
Oh my God, what a center.
Oh my God, that would be that is pity now. Oh my God, okay.
C5.
c5 is
देखो,
just.
I was telling you कि I'm scared of this pawn pin. मैं आपको कह रहा था.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying now. If Parag is thinking so much long, then there are chance that there will be some bad move come incoming, and that has happened. That's why if you okay, Parag has taken almost 40 plus minute. I guess okay, I will tell the exact time.
What was the move Indian was suggesting rather than Queen C2? What Indian was suggesting?
Maybe knight f7 is not too bad. Rook e1, I guess. Rook f2 e1 or bishop g5 also.
Rook F2 E1 is not very obvious.
Okay,
Knight F7 we had already calculated. Now it was not working.
yeah. And okay, suppose rook e1, and if you play now c5 here, then what happens is after bishop g5, if you try to push the pawn here now d4, then what will happen is now you will take the bishop first. Okay, now knight takes, and then after this you can just go here knight c6, attacking the queen right now. And okay, suppose queen moves, well,
Okay.
suppose queen comes here.
Maybe no Queen. Haha, yeah.
Queen comes here right now. Then knight
Queen
e7
C7.
check. Queen takes. Bishop take f6. Queen takes f6. And after this knight to d5, somehow the pawn on e6 just saves the game for Pragg. And I think it's not so easy for Pragg actually to
Hmm.
see this. And now I'm a little bit scared for Pragg. Oh my god. That's just pity now. Ah, okay, if we see the same variation right now. After c5. Okay, how tough is to see this again? But Pragg has calculated so much deep, I guess. Okay, what Pragg has played here
Yeah,
is
he took his time.
okay, Pragg just missed something here. Okay, queen c2 now c5. And okay, what is the move which we are thinking right now? Okay, wait. Queens after this move. Wait. Thinking about what move we had played here after rook f1, c5, bishop g5, and suppose now d4 comes. The problem is now suppose you take the bishop here. Now knight takes
Bishop,
b7, and now if you go
full bishop
knight
takes.
c6, same variation queen d7. The problem is after knight takes e7, queen takes e7, bishop takes knight, queen takes this. Now you had no defender of this pawn on e6. With Pankitwa,
Oh yeah,
now there is no
Hmm.
defender for this pawn, and your knight is hanging.
Yeah. That's why rook. Okay, rook e1. That's why it was played.
Yeah,
Now
that's
I get it.
that's why rook e1.
Long term,
That's
very
why
long term.
rook e1 is necessary. You need suppose okay, just we played a move, huh? Just we played a random move. Suppose white play rook e1, and suppose he played this. Then if you see the position right now, this is quite balanced. Okay, still black is better. And now you play knight d5, queen goes to d8, attacking your knight. And that's why you need queen on e2. Because queen on, suppose if you play queen in e2 and rook in here, then a queen can come to e5 or e4 to defend this. You got the idea, Pankaj, by now.
Hmm. Right, right. Hmm.
Yeah, that's why you need queen on e2 and rook on e1 on that version. But now it's scary actually for.
But it was not easy. I mean,
But okay, no,
understanding
no.
this
But I
is
think
not.
now it's easy for Gukesh, right? It's easy for Gukesh actually. Because c5 is obvious move, which I think now Kokesh will think for right now. Right now, because the threat is
So I,
d4.
I was telling like for Pragg to find rook e1, it was not easy there.
Yep, yeah, actually, to be true, true, true. But now the position is dangerous after c5 because now there is no move for. And what Indian is saying is you have to sack the complete knight for this. Knight d5, and rook takes d5.
Alpha zero is played.
And after this, bishop takes d5, rook d1. Okay, at least you had to give an exchange. Oh my God, bishop e6. And
But
even
this is bad.
Indian is suggesting you can black can give a queen for the rook and bishop. Wow, because these pawns are really strong, and these two bishops are just supporting these pawns. That's tough. That's tough for Prague right now. Prague is in huge trouble actually. Oh my God. That's
I mean, if he draws this,
okay,
then it will be
c6 was played by but Gukesh just played c6. Oh my God.
c6.
Okay, that is slow. Actually, wow. C6 is slow. C6 is slow. C6 is slow. C6 is slow.
Why he played c6? What is his idea?
I don't know what is the idea. Maybe he just I don't know why he did not play c5. Actually, it's tough. Maybe
I
it's
mean, it
tough.
just blocks his bishop, no?
Yeah, yeah.
Why? I think it is a bad move.
Okay, he just plays
Not
c6
happy.
actually. Now, okay, Pragg has to find this queen takes f5 pawn. He has to take that pawn. Otherwise, it will be too late actually. Now he has to go for this. Oh my God. Pragg, yeah. Yeah, I think that's the problem with youngster. Actually, they are just playing first time these candidate. And this is the, and you can see that they had just made some blunders. Okay, it's not blunder, but they are definitely mistake because after C,
Mistake or yeah.
yeah, after C5, it's really tough. Oh my God. No increment pressure. Yeah, yeah. Actually, that is true, Shailen bhai. Yeah, exactly. You are saying right. Because
We don't have 30 seconds here
yeah,
increment.
yeah, there is no increment till move number 40.
Okay.
And Kukesh has to move,
Okay, yeah,
make,
yeah, after the
yeah. And the point here is Kukesh has to make 23 moves in 34 minutes, which is huge actually, to be honest. That is going to be tough for Kukesh. Yeah. So if there was increment, I think Kukesh has found the C5 move because Kukesh has already burned so much time. But yeah, that's the game right now. And actually, earlier I had said Priyanka Vaina, the games will decide at move number 34 to 40. Most of the game will decide there, 34 to 40,
Yeah.
because of this new
Because
time.
no increment and time
Yeah, yeah.
pressure.
And actually, this was introduced first time for open section. In women section, there is 90 minutes for both pair, but there is increment of 30 seconds per move. And after 40 minutes, there is 30-minute increment. But in open section,
That's why tomorrow Vaishali went till 1 minute and
yeah, yeah,
oh, she had
she,
increment.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
she is just going to play. And guys, if you are watching this, please like the stream. और अभी मतलब C6 थोड़ा सा स्लो हो गया मतलब गुकेश के लिए एक्चुअली को दैट इज स्लो एक्चुअली फॉर गुकेश राइट नाउ it's just slow actually. Now Pragg has to be more active actually. Yeah. Abhi now I think this pawn is free, and now if you play now C5, okay, then knight to F7 is just crushing actually. You are attacking the queen, and suppose queen goes to E8, then bishop to D5. Sorry, yeah, bishop to D5 will come. Yeah, that's the problem here. So
Oh.
there are so much threats actually here. You Black has to be careful actually. Hmm.
Rather than taking the pawn,
Mm-hmm.
queen takes pawn, can he go now rook e1?
Can you rook e1? But rook e1 it's still slow now playing it now because now I guess okay. Suppose he plays c5. Still okay. C5 is not so good right now. After this rook e1, okay, rook e1 is definitely one of the move which he can play. But after rook e1, the move here is f4. And the problem with the f4 is if you take the pawn with the bishop, then what will
I will
happen?
take the bishop.
Then d4 will come, attacking, okay, attacking the
Oh,
knight. And now,
bring the knight to center.
okay, suppose, okay, what will you play? Knight to e4, knight to e4.
Yeah.
But the problem
Uh,
is now d3 will come, and okay, d3 will come,
okay.
and if you take the pawn
Take
with,
the knight with check.
no, no,
First take the knight.
okay, you knight take the knight with the check, then rook take f6. Okay, wait, I just missed something here. Black is better now. This move. And here, okay, after you take with the bishop, I think the move here is queen to e8. I don't know why. Queen to e8 is the best here.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Okay, maybe you are just unpinning the pawn right now. And okay, now you have some sort of threats like just maybe first uh, push the c5 and then d4, sort of. Suppose, okay, let me do this rook.
Oh,
Okay, what? How can I do this? Okay, let's refresh the board. Okay, now Cookies is thinking, but okay, we will see this. Queen to f5. Okay, Pragg has played his move, I guess. Okay, Pragg has taken the pawn on f5.
okay. Took the pawn.
Okay, queen to f5 is happened in the board, and now the game is still pretty much is balanced right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think C4 was that tough for Gukesh. I don't know why he played C6.
No, okay, c5. You are saying c5. C5, yeah.
Yeah, C5, C5. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, C5.
c5 is really, yeah.
Oh, C6 is not making any sense.
Yeah, now it is slow now. Now queen e8.
Uh,
Okay, what are the blacks? And now, right now, if we see the a5 knight is just stuck for the black on the a5. The knight is just stuck on the a5. Okay, you have no time to play knight b3 here, I guess. Okay, you can play knight b3, just bringing the knight into the game. But still, it's really hard because queen on f5 is just putting some huge pressure on black right now. And let's see what he will do.
Hmm. Knight b3, is that knight coming back to c5?
I think okay, we can just let this knight right now here maybe, and maybe this knight can support to us
Or
to
he can just
no
push
no
c5
yeah yeah
or not?
no no uh, uh, the knight on b3 is I think good move because after suppose after you just move your queen from d5, then it can help you to push the pawn d pawn to d3 first. Sorry, d4. You can just push d4 with that knight. Okay, right now it's not possible, but you can push d4 right now. Maybe on next move d4.
d4, then I will go same knight e4.
Okay, knight e4 is going to be a blunder, right? Wait, suppose white play a move like h3, suppose, and you play d4. Okay, d4 is not the best here because of bishop to c6. Ah, you are talking just a pawn here, so you have to. Okay, suppose white played this. Okay, how can we can create that position? Wait, just give me 1 second. But actually, this position is so much chaotic. It's hard to tell what is the best move because there are a lot of calculation right now. It's not easy for
And Gukesh is low on time, so
yeah.
I think
Mukesh
it is
has
not easy for
Mukesh
him.
has to make Mukesh has to make 21 moves in 29 minutes, which is not going to be easy, I guess. There are some blunders coming from both sides, I guess. And I guess now we are going to get a result from this game, and that will just
I am still not confident. I think that they will at the end become equal only.
Pankaj bhai,
Because whenever someone has made a mistake, other one also has made some
no,
mistake.
I don't think now it will happen. I think now we will get a result. I don't know who is going to win, but we will get a result. Meanwhile, here in the
Yeah.
okay, okay, Caruana has
Hikaru play.
Hikaru played bishop d3, which was not the best move. And here he have to find the move which is f5, which was never easy. But he just played the b5, but
Fine.
which was not the best, attacking the knight. And after knight, he just go for knight e3 and attacking the bishop. And now uh, you can take the pawn on e5 and supporting the bishop right now. But the move here is now after this knight to g4, knight takes. Still, black is doing good, but now I think black has not that much. Okay, that was happen in the game. Knight takes e5 was happen in the game, and he just played bishop e2. Wow, Hikaru done a blunder, guys. Oh, bye. Blunder by Hikaru. Hikaru just make a blunder here, and engine is totally.
What is the blunder?
He just played bishop e2 here. Wow. Ah,
Bishop takes.
and the problem here is now f5 is winning. Okay, Vidit has to find f5. Please, Vidit.
Fine.
f5 or queen d6. Both moves are winning. And queen d6 has
D6.
this has a pretty much the same idea.
Oh, Queen D6. Oh, bhai sahab. Queen D6.
S6. And suppose you take
Queen D6.
suppose you take the bishop, then what will happen is you will play knight f3 check. Not
Right.
you will not take
Knight
this.
F3.
You will not take
Right,
this.
right.
And because this is
Obviously.
mate in one, so
Yeah.
you cannot take this. And f the
Queen H2.
and the second best move is f5. And after f5, what is happening is if you take this, then what will happen is we will take with the f4. And suddenly after this, we are just crushing. After we move our knight, our queen is going to come on h4. Our bishop is already on
Bhai.
c2, and that would be
Bhai,
crazy
Vidit
attack.
has to win this.
Yeah,
Vidit has to
Vidit
win
has
this
to
one.
win, right? Vidit has to win, please. Vidit, this was the
ये नहीं जीता भाई.
Vidit has the best chance.
Best chance. Good chance. Yeah.
Vidit has the best chance.
भाई
Here,
but I feel queen queen e6 is much more obvious, not there rather than
No, no,
f5.
I don't think. I think F5 is also okay. I think Vidit has seen both moves, F5 or Queen D6. Now,
But queen d6 ज्यादा forcing नहीं लग रहा,
no, no,
मतलब it is doing something.
no. After Queen D6, what he can do is he can just play G3 right now to save the position. And if you take the bishop, then Queen takes. And what will happen is then F5. Still, you have to play F5 actually in this position. But that's why that variation is more strong. Uh, okay, bishop e2, come on with it. This is the best chance with it. With it, please, with it. You have to win this game. भाई मजा आ जाएगा मतलब.
Just remember everything, every prep, everything that you have done till now. This is your golden chance.
Yeah, and I think Vidit has good time actually. 50,
Yeah.
49 minutes. Vidit has more time than Hikaru right now.
I'm telling you, if Vidit wins this, na, he will gain lot of confidence and it will help him in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
later rounds.
yeah. That's the thing. Okay, now, okay, Gukesh has played Queen E8 after a long thing, and now Pragg has to find the Rook Fe1 again, and maybe or otherwise he has to start his attack on the Queen's king side because these pawns are really strong here. So uh, Pragg has to do something actually here. So let's hope for this. Maybe h4, 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 g4. He has to go for some sort of. He has to create some attack actually, or maybe rook e1, and then okay, c5 is still c5 is not coming because of knight d5. But there is a pretty much line knight d5, and if you take with this knight, then what will happen is queen to f7 check. Ah, that is, and you are just yeah, that is crazy. So that is not going to happen, I guess.
Oh, oh, bhai.
So I think rook e1 he has to find actually. Pragg has to find, and Pragg has so much time. And okay, meanwhile, in the game of Firouzja versus knight after knight d6, bishop b2, and now knight comes to f5, and Nepo goes for a queen trade. Wow, that's that's a big.
Nepo goes for queen
Okay,
trade.
suppose you trade the queens and rook takes. Then suppose you take the pawn on h6. Can you take the pawn on h6? No, you cannot take because of rook takes c7. Okay, you are dropping a pawn. So maybe Nepo Firouzja will not take this queen, I guess. Can he just take the
White is showing better to white if knight takes pawn.
here
No, no, not here.
after queen exchange?
After exchange queen. Yeah, yeah, after
Because
queen exchange.
c7 is falling now. C7 is falling. C7 is falling. E7 is
Oh,
under pressure,
oh.
right? C7 and B7 are under pressure. And if you try to defend the B7 pawn with the rook, then what will happen is B5 will come and pawn takes, attacks the knight. And knight has no good square. Knight has no good square. Knight has two.
Right, right.
So that's why. That's why queen D7. So he will not take. Rather than what can he do is he can just take on h6, I guess. Or maybe knight h4 check. And but let's see what he will do. Okay, let's go back to the Vaishali game. What Vaishali is doing? Okay, Prankit, who is your favorite player in this tournament? Suppose you have to
In
pick.
woman,
No, no. If you have to pick one player, and Vaishali is already. a bad question, and she is just she has just 6 minutes right now, and Vaishali is just right now. Vaishali is dealing with an attack right now, and it's so tough. Vaishali Knight are just too far away from him. But how this position come? Vaishali is pretty much solid here.
Go back, go back some moves.
Here, what happened is okay. We had seen this. Rook comes here. Okay, Vaishali just plays so slowly. Actually, she just go for this B right now. Okay, she had to bring some his knight into the game, but
Right into the game, but where?
I don't know.
Maybe
Uh,
knight f5?
maybe knight b6 with the idea of knight d7 and knight to f6. Because right now nothing is happening here, right? But what happened here is after b6, she just go for b6. His opponent played g4, and now she goes. This is the bad move actually. Knight b5. She just bring his knight here, and now queen comes here. Queen to d6, and now knight comes to h5, and it's really tough to defend this position.
Knight b5 is not doing anything.
Yeah, and these two knights are not doing anything right now. That's the problem. And this queen and rook
Mm.
are really tough. And now maybe she can bring his opponent can bring his knight to f5, f4 right now. Next move maybe. So it's not easy right now. So it's not easy. Okay. What was happened here? No, come on. Oh my God. That's so bad. Okay, meanwhile, in Prague's game, Pragg has not played his move after queen f5, queen e8. In the Vidit game, Vidit has find
Knight?
okay, Vidit has find f5 best move here. Wow.
Oh, bhai.
And now
GG's.
and
GG's to
now I
that.
think Hikaru is in the shock. Okay, Hikaru is already low on time.
Hikaru is thinking about his video to video
Okay.
what will he say?
Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
my God.
and in this position, I played for content again.
But this time Vidit crushed me. I just missed that move. And that's now
And that
Hikaru is
costed
in
me my candidate.
and now Hikaru is in big trouble right now because what are you going to do here? If you take this bishop, then after this f takes g4, this queen and knight are coming here. Queen is coming to h4. Bishop is already here. And here the best move is showing is g3. But after this, maybe what is the most obvious move? Then maybe knight f3 check. Just if you take with the bishop, g takes f3. G takes f3. I don't know how it's okay. G takes f3 looks good.
G takes f3.
Yeah, anyway, it's fine now because g takes f3. What you are going to do? Yeah, okay. Suppose you and that is so bad actually. What is white move? White best chances to play queen e4. But then I will play knight. Maybe knight d5. Can you play knight d5? Okay, knight d5 is not the best. But we can play this queen to d7. Now I'm threatening to play queen h3 and queen g2 mate.
Okay, can you go a move back? Can he play like bishop g5?
Okay, bishop g5, bishop g5 or bishop f5, bishop f4. Can give where you are saying
Go back a move.
here,
Yeah, here.
here after knight f3 check.
I just yeah.
No, no, knight f3 check.
I don't know. Is there
No, no, no. After this knight f3 check, you have to move
the
your.
knight f3 check? Take, yeah, take pawn. Keep the pawn there.
Hmm, And now bishop
And after that, I'm saying
bishop g5.
bishop g5.
That is just losing now. I will play this queen
Okay.
d7, just ignoring everything because my threat is to play queen h3 and queen g2 checkmate.
Oh yeah. Hmm.
So it's tough. It's tough for Hikaru. Now Hikaru is feeling the pressure. And meanwhile, Pragg has made another inaccuracy with the knight to f7, which was a big blunder.
I look at Vaishali. Look at Vaishali also. She's completely lost.
Vaishali. Okay, after f6, g5, she has to take the pawn the best way. But what she did is f5, and that's now she is just losing because now knight to f4 is coming. That's just, oh my god, both are on tilt right now. And what Pragg played is knight to f7 right now. Okay, knight to f7 is good move, but not right now. Maybe first rook e1. But after this knight to f7, what happened is now Gukesh can take this knight with the rook. The problem is, and after this, pawn takes, queen takes. Now, okay, okay, but it's not easy actually. After knight, queen takes f7,
Yeah.
and now rook fe1. But these pawns are still very much dangerous, right?
Hmm.
Okay.
Prag is in the mood today. कि आज तो मैं gamble करूंगा.
No, actually, he just not did not need to take this. It's not forced to take that one right now. Okay, what he can play is, I guess he can play bishop c8 also. Bishop c8 is fine actually. Just putting pressure on this. And the idea of bishop c8 is you are going to attack the pawn on e6. You are threatening to take the pawn. Because even if queen takes, then rook takes knight. And white is just losing a pawn. And I think bishop c8 will be. Okay, Gukesh will see this move. Praggnanandhaa, what do you say? Okay, now rook f1.
हाँ,
And suppose if you take,
he should.
then knight h6 check. If you take this pawn, then knight h6 will come. And if you take this, then
हाँ, मैं भी वही सोच रहा था रुक ही बना सकता है.
okay, still not so simple. Still not so simple. Still not so simple for Gukesh. But
96
definitely
queen
Gukesh is
takes.
better. Gukesh is definitely better actually. Yeah. Oh my God. I think Pinkit Bhai, that's going tough. And after F5, Hikaru is in
Better,
shock.
but the problem I feel with Gukesh
Oh
is
my
that
God.
he's
Oh
low
my
on
God.
time.
Oh my God. Hikaru has played F4 here. Hikaru has just gambled another move here. And after F4, Vidit has to find the move which is
Oh my God. ये तो अपना गेम है भाई.
okay. Now, okay. Uh, pawn to F5 attacks the bishop. But now, what can you play is you can play this bishop to
I think
B.
take the bishop first.
No, there is no need to take.
No?
Or maybe you can take, I guess. Bishop takes e take. And now just knight to d3. I don't know. Yeah, that is definitely better. Yeah, you can take the
Yeah,
bishop now.
that is safe.
Yeah, that is just.
Safe move.
But now the thing is, he's just winning. Maybe knight g4 is also good. Or maybe just a knight to d3 first. And now he is completely winning. Okay, there is some move happen or what? The f4. Okay, no, no. And okay, bishop c8 was played by Gukesh, which we are discussing. Bishop c8 was played by Gukesh. A very safe move, I guess. Now rook fe1 has to be played here, and then suddenly knight b3 will jump here. And okay, let's go. And now it's Pragg, and okay, I think Pragg is now playing like Hikaru today. Is it? But Hikaru is completely losing, to be honest. Here.
I I still feel Pragg has some chances to draw, but Hikaru looks like
Hikaru is the on tilt right now. Hikaru is completely on
Hikaru
tilt.
looks like कुल्हाड़ी मारी है पैर में.
Hikaru is on completely tilt. But Pragg has to play his moves fast actually. Some accurate move and just play fast. Because okay.
Pragg has time. Pragg has time.
But okay, his position is not so good now. Okay, right now after this F5, Indian just wants to play the bishop to B6 move. And here, suppose you take the knight, then the move which will come is knight to D5. And the problem is knight is just pinned to the queen. And now you are threatening to play the queen h4. There are some idea with the queen h4, I guess here. And here g3. Okay, g3 is and g3 is Indian session. Suppose you play move like suppose knight a8 move like this, then
G3.
yeah, there are queen is also coming, right?
Stopping.
Maybe. And then okay, he will take this knight. Suppose bishop take check, and okay, he has to give this rook also. He has to give this rook also. He has to give this rook also. And after giving this rook, still he is not getting saved after king g1. I think Hikaru is going to resign. And okay, rook at d8 is more stronger.
Yeah.
Hikaru position is just too bad actually here.
It is
And he
very
played bishop b6 brilliancy. Wow. Vidit find bishop
high.
b6 brilliancy. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Vidit is in good.
Vidit is definitely in good form, right? Vidit finds this move. Wow.
Now, now with this game, I feel at least he will not win. I'm not sure about winning, but he will come in top three with it. Definitely.
Yeah. Okay, after bishop c8, Pragg is thinking. And I hope Pragg and Gukesh will draw their game. This is just
But beating Hikaru, bhai, he will gain a lot of
yeah,
confidence.
but Hikaru matched with the move bishop d3, right? First, bishop d3 is one of the
He's
key.
playing for the content. Na?
Yeah, he's playing for the content. Hikaru will be just too upset with himself after this game. Okay, finally Pragg has played a move rook e1, which was fine move, which was not. And now the problem is, can he play rook takes f7 now? Rook take f7. And I think, okay, now Gukesh is going to sacrifice the rook for the
Rook
one.
takes his
And you take with this rook,
pawn
queen,
cannot.
queen takes, pawn can take now. It comes with check. It comes with check.
Yeah, check. It comes with check.
Yeah. And but it's not easy position for Gukesh to win this position actually, to be honest, after this position.
Hmm.
And queen f4. Okay, although Gukesh is better, but in his time condition, it's not easy for him. So let's see what will happen.
Yeah, that's why I said, I mean, Pragg can still hold because Kukesh has less time.
Yeah, but this is just completely losing actually.
Hikaru,
Hikaru.
well done, Hikaru.
Well done,
Play
Hikaru.
like only.
But after losing this game, actually अभी मतलब हिकारू का चांस बहुत कम हो गया क्योंकि ऐसे स्टार्टिंग में लॉस है ना मतलब इट्स
Yeah,
सो
yeah.
टफ टू कम बैक ना इट्स सो टफ टू कम बैक इट्स सो टफ
Hikaru is black, no?
it doesn't matter whether you are black or white I think by the way Hikaru is white and it's so tough now
White, white से तो you go
white
for a win, na? White से
yeah,
usually
yeah.
you try to win.
And after bishop b6 Hikaru is just low on time okay I think with it will convert for sure. And now let's
Yeah.
Vaishali is still losing. Vaishali is losing. Yeah. After king h8. Knight d4 was played. Knight comes to the game. e5 by
I wanted to see like Hikaru's cam, face cam. What would
and
have been his
okay,
reaction
Pankaj
in
bhai,
that?
see, Vaishali opponent plays knight to f6. Brilliancy. And the point is, if you take this, then after this pawn takes, we are attacking your rook. And suppose you just move your rook. Suppose you just play maybe rook here. And what will happen is, now knight g6 check will come because the pawn on h7 is pinned. So you move your king. Then there will be knight takes e5. That would be check. And suppose you go here,
I
then it is just checkmate after queen h6. Queen h6. Only rook blocks is check, and this is just checkmate. Okay, Vaishali will resign. Vaishali has resigned.
Yeah,
Vash
she should
okay,
resign. Yeah.
Vaishali has resigned. Okay, this was
She
happened.
resigned?
Yeah, she resigned.
Yeah.
This was happened in the board, and Gukesh makes another inaccuracy. Why
Hard for
Gukesh?
Vaishali.
But Gukesh makes another inaccuracy. Knight
Yeah,
b7.
he's in time pressure, na
Yeah,
bhai.
actually, maybe I think knight.
Knight B7.
Yeah, I did not like this move. Knight. Okay, maybe can you play knight b3? I guess knight b3 is more active, right?
Yeah, B3 was better. Hmm.
Knight b3 is
B3 would have like
yeah,
allowed him to push D4
yeah.
maybe.
Okay, still okay,
Uh,
but
Pity
good
for
thing
Vaishali.
is Vidit is winning. Good thing is Vidit is
Vidit
winning.
is winning.
We are
Yeah,
happy. We are happy with.
highlight of the day.
We are happy with the draw. We are happy with the draw.
Yeah.
We are happy with the draw.
How is Humpy doing?
Humpy is quite okay. I just again मतलब मैंने फिर से वही छेड़ दिया वही वाला बोर्ड. No.
अरे कोई नहीं.
Okay, wait. I will correct it first. Okay, now Vaishali has loser. A tough day for Vaishali actually, but he has to come back actually. But actually,
Yeah, she would come
it
back.
was the first time for him, right? For her, right? It's not easy to play this, so it happened.
And her opponent, she's from China. How good player is she?
I don't know
She's very
actually.
strong.
Yeah, I don't know. But his opponent had yesterday win his game, and right,
Oh,
yeah,
yesterday also opponent won.
yeah, and now she has taken so late, I guess. Yeah, but after Bishop,
Who's? I mean, she has won 2 games in a row.
yeah, yeah, and that's huge actually.
That is, yeah,
Hmm.
2 games in a row means she's definitely a good candidate to win this.
Yeah, but actually, we will see who is going to win this.
Okay, what is Hikaru's next move? What can he play here?
He cannot play anything. I think he can resign actually. Hikaru should resign. The position is totally
Is
lost.
it resignable?
Hmm? Because it is resign.
Resignable?
Yeah, it is material wise it's equal, but position wise it's totally lost.
What is the best move here? What is the best move here?
Indian is shouting for C4, which
So
is
what?
really slow. Because but after
C4.
and C4 after C4, what will happen is knight takes C4, and you have to take with the bishop. I will take with the pawn. This knight is still pinned. Knight comes to A3, and now after C3, sorry, or C3 or maybe rook E8. Actually it's just feel ना अभी जैसे सुपर गेम्स खेले
I
तो
don't
उनको पता है मतलब.
resignable.
Okay, what happened here is meanwhile in the game of
I think he will play. He will not resign. अभी नहीं करेगा. थोड़ा खेलेगा.
okay he will play but actually they मतलब हिकारू को फील आ गया होगा actually he had just
Losing तो है इतना तो
hmm,
he would have seen. Yeah.
Hikaru had just missed so much thing.
Hmm. What about Fabiano? We have not seen his game.
Yeah. Okay, Vaishali just lost.
करुआना का नहीं गेम देखा, फैबी का लगाना
हाँ,
होता।
देख रहे। Okay, meanwhile, okay. Oh my God. Okay, Tanjungi lost. Okay, okay, Tanjungi win. Candidate.
Humpy also drew. No, no,
No,
that is
no,
old one.
Humpy game is critical.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Ian Nepo has a slight advantage here. Okay, wait. What happened is after g5,
Nepo against Firouzja.
okay, queen d2, knight d6 was played by Firouzja, bishop b2, knight to f5, which was not the best. Queen goes to d7, knight h4 check, king comes to f1, and now f4 was played by him. f5 was played by Firouzja here, attacking the knight. But knight goes to g3. He took pawn on f3. But now b5 comes here, attacking the knight. And in this position, uh, what Firouzja does is Firouzja played f4 by himself. And but the problem here is now you can exchange the queens after queen. Okay, queen takes e. Can you exchange the queen? Uh, Queen takes e8, rook takes e8, and after this game is just losing actually. Bishop, you are going to take this knight. If you take this knight, then I guess c takes b7. You have to play a rook b8, and after this rook b8, you can just go bishop to d5, supporting this pawn and attacking this knight same time. And okay, right now rook f8, and this is just wow. And actually, Nepo is going. It's so tough for actually now. I think Nepo has some great chances to win this game. I feel this. Okay, by the
Mm.
after f4. Meanwhile, in Pragg's game, after knight b7, Pragg has to. Uh, okay, okay. Let's see the game here. Okay, knight b7 was played by Gukesh, but now Pragg has to find this move. Knight takes d5. I don't know what is this move. Which Indian is this?
Knight 5.
C takes d5.
Let the-
And Indian wants to replay rook d5 because if you take the knight, rook with the knight, then what will happen is now you will take the knight with the bishop, and okay, this is the crazy position actually what Indian is suggesting.
Oh, then he will give a check, yeah, knight check, knight h6 and maybe
And suppose he play this normal move, suppose rook
don't know.
c8, then bishop e4. Wow, but it's really hard to play this move, I guess, after knight b7. Maybe the safest way after this is after knight b7. Okay, wait. Knight b7 was played now. Rook f1, knight b7. Here, knight takes d5 is the only good move which Indian is suggesting here. Or otherwise, rook takes d5. Wow. Or otherwise, bishop to d4. How tough is this move, Pinkin for Pragg? And it's not easy for Pragg, I guess. Meanwhile,
What is it suggesting? Bishop d4. Okay.
uh, Indian is suggesting to sacrifice the knight on d5 first. Okay. And if pawn takes knight, then sacrifice the exchange. And after this knight takes, then bishop take, supporting. And here, Indian, it is showing the best chance for Pragg here.
Yeah, it does not look human. Human move नहीं लग रहा
Yeah,
now.
already.
Right.
Gukesh is pawn up, two pawn up, and now he's going to be
Mm.
exchange up. This is
Moving the knight. Yeah. Not a human move.
yeah, this is not a
What
human
is
move.
the other move
And the
apart from
point
this?
here is bishop to d4 is coming there, and knight to f7 is really what we can say. मतलब गले का फंदा बन गया अभी ब्लैक के लिए यहाँ पे.
Mm. Right. Okay. If not this move, then what are his other options for Prague?
Okay, second best
Not
move
knight
is
takes pawn.
rook takes d5. Okay, just leave this. Bishop to d4 is one
Rook
of,
takes d5.
or maybe bishop to d4 here. Bishop to d4 looks human. Bishop to d4,
Yeah, bishop b4.
and the
Yeah.
idea of bishop d4 is now rook is protecting the pawn here. But the problem here is now, okay, I think he will go for bishop to d4, but it's really complicated position for Pragg also here. So it's not easy for Pragg here to choose the move.
But he can play it. I don't think bishop d4. Yeah,
But
it
now
is a
the
human move. He should
the
play that.
lead in time is not so great. 20 minutes. Okay, 40 minutes for Pragg to make 20, 20 moves on same time.
And 20 minutes for Gukesh to make 20
Okay,
move.
finally after bishop b6, Hikaru is still in the shock. Oh my god, what was happening to Hikaru?
He did not play anything.
Hmm. Hikaru is still in the shock, I
Hikaru is
think.
thinking what I will say in today's video.
Okay, but that is really frustrating for Hikaru now. But I had
Yeah.
seen something special in Hikaru. Even if he loses the game, he will just make a recap of that day. That is somewhat I like.
कंटेंट के लिए कुछ भी
नहीं,
करेगा.
but that is some we have to that is something special spread ना. Because generally what happen is मान लो हमारा दिन खराब गया फिर हम जो काम रोज करते हैं वो थोड़े करेंगे मतलब नॉर्मली. एंड एक्चुअली ही डज मतलब उसको जरूरत भी नहीं है मतलब रिकैप बनाने की क्या फर्क पड़ रहा है उसको अगर रिकैप नहीं बनाएगा तो. सो इट्स जस्ट आई लाइक दिस फ्रॉम हिकार. Finally, okay, let's hope Prague will make a good move. Oh, Firouzja versus Nepo, what is going on? Finally, knight h4 check was played, king f1, f5, knight g3, knight takes f3, and now Nepo is thinking what to do here. Nepo.
What is the plan for Nepo?
Nepo's plan, what Indian is saying is just exchange the queen, and you have to take with the a rook. And Nepo is completely almost winning this game. Okay, finally Nepo played a move which was not the best. After f4, he played knight e4, which is like okay. This is we can
Okay,
say
rather than a queen, can you? Yeah,
he just
yeah,
played knight e4, which was the I think
can you play
more
this?
human move actually. Knight e4 is more human move. Just putting your knight on e4 right now. Meanwhile, I don't know why the game is not loading or why Prague game is not
I mean,
loading.
if that knight was not there, na,
Hmm.
I was thinking that he could have gone like queen d5. The knight was not there on e. I think it is e4.
Okay, Prague is taking, I think, so much time right now. And let's see. Okay, we cannot use this, right? Says it. Ah, wait, just give me 1 minute. Okay, we cannot use this engine right now, but okay. Meanwhile, in Prague, okay, Prague
It
has
is
not played.
showing Nepo and
Yeah,
mm,
and okay, just give me 1 minute.
mm.
And the actually the this is 0-0 right now session. Okay, let's go back to this. Okay, meanwhile, Prague has not played his move. Wow. Ah, okay, Hikaru is
Yeah, it
now.
is not easy for Praggnanandhaa.
Nah, yeah. Because the game is completely messed. Already, Prague is down a pawn. And Gukesh has clear majority on the queen side, right? The pawn on a6, b5, c4. Okay, let's see what they will go play here.
So till now we have got Vaishali lost
Okay, finally some
and
move was
one woman's board.
finally some move was happened in some of the board, and Hikaru has played the king to f2 after a long thing, and king to f2 is
Oh my
right,
God.
but now knight to d5 is
King
coming.
F.
But now knight to d5 or
Knight to d5 with the idea taking that f4 pawn.
yeah, maybe you can take,
What is the idea?
maybe you can take, maybe.
To take the knight. No, no, I think the idea is to take the knight, no? Or not.
I,
Take the f4.
no, no, you will not never take the knight with the knight because then bishop takes, no? Bishop take and bishop take. I don't know, and it will be most.
Uh,
But okay, it's just too bad for Hikaru right now. Hikaru just feeling some. Okay, Prague has not played his move. 34 minutes for Prague,
play Prague. Play.
and Caruana has slight advantage right now. Okay, we can see that game. Caruana has some advantage. Actually, what is the advantage? Okay, Caruana is a pawn up right now, and look at the pawn on a5, which is passer here, and Abasov has blocked the pawn with the rook right now, which is never considered good actually.
Yeah, that rook. Yeah, it will just defend the pawn.
And I think Caruana can play maybe. Okay, whose move is this? It's Caruana turn.
Can Nijat double on a file,
Okay,
attacking that pawn
okay.
twice?
Suppose Caruana plays c3, and okay, he played this rook a8 doubling here. But the problem here is now
Mm.
Caruana will play rook f1. He will just
Rook
be,
f1.
yeah. Now the f6 is just,
Oh, triple.
yeah.
Hmm.
So it's not easy for. Okay, I think, okay. Prague has played a move which is not the best, but bishop g5 was fine. It's fine actually, it's fine. After bishop g5, he has
Yeah,
played
bishop
it.
g5 is
Looks
also
fine,
fine.
looks fine. But now knight c5
Hmm.
or knight d6 is coming. Knight d6 looks very obvious actually. Attacking the queen. Knight d6 attacks the queen right now.
Hmm.
And
Right. I think that was his idea. Play knight b7. I think that was his idea to attack the queen.
Yeah, maybe that can be an idea. But after queen e5, it's not easy for
He will never take. I mean, he will never take with his knight the knight on d6.
okay. Suppose you take after queen e5, if you take the knight, then after pawn takes, rook takes. The problem is, I think bishop takes f6 will come now. Bishop takes f6, and you cannot take the bishop with the bishop because your queen will hang. So if you take with the rook, then bishop will hang on e7. The g take g pawn, and here you have to calculate very accurately because your king is quite of weak actually. It's not easy to consider these things. What do you think? Think it after this variation.
Yeah, taking with g pawn, it is not like very. I mean,
But okay, he has not no
too
other option.
comfortable to
But he
play.
has no other option after this queen e5. Suppose he takes this knight, pawn takes, you have to take the pawn with the rook, right? And now bishop takes f6 will Pragg can play. And now you cannot take with the bishop because the queen is going to hang. You cannot take the with the rook because this bishop will hang. So I think now Gukesh will take his time. Okay, but knight c5, knight d6 looks very much obvious. And but the best move here is knight to c5. And here the knight to c5, so what are you going? Suppose you play again this move, queen to queen here. Then what will happen? Okay, knight to c5 has a very clear idea because right now he can take with the bishop, maybe I guess. Yeah, he can take the pawn with the bishop, Rinkibai. Because after this, what will
Yeah, yeah. Bishop or knight?
maybe knight. Wait, suppose you just play a random move. Suppose you play king. Suppose you move the king.
Knight is better, na?
Then bishop take e6. And right now, suppose you have to take with the rook, right? Okay, that is threat. Actually, you cannot do anything here. You have to then after this knight to c5, you have to play this bishop takes knight right now. Here. And after this bishop takes f6. And now you have to play this knight to d5 back. And now you have to play knight to d5 only move here. Wow. This is the only move playing here, knight to d5.
Knight to d5.
Yeah, knight to d5. And the point here is suppose you now play this. Okay, of course you cannot play this. Okay, if you take this knight with the bishop, sorry, pawn. Now bishop takes, and now the pawn is defended by the bishop, so you cannot. If you take the bishop, we will take with the. Wait, what is the move? You can play knight to d6, attacking the queen. And suppose where is the queen going? Suppose queen comes to d7. Okay. Suppose okay, there is triple attack on the bishop right now. No, so that is really annoying
Mm.
position. Actually, this position is really going very tactical right now. So it's not going to be easy for Gukesh or either Pragg.
Gukesh is in less time, so yeah. I think Gukesh will be more in
Yeah,
problem, na? He has very less time.
and okay, bishop after bishop g5, Gukesh has to play 20 moves in 16 minutes, which is not easy task. So knight c5, we have to look this knight c5 again because of bishop f6 he has to play,
They don't have increment. Gukesh के लिए tough है.
and bishop to f6. And now knight to d5. And the best way is c takes d5, bishop takes pawn. And here bishop takes e6, rook takes e6. Rook takes e6. And suppose you take with the, and now knight takes e6. You take with the bishop takes e6. And now there is threat of discovery. And if you take rook takes f7. Rook take F. Rook takes D7. Here the move is rook takes D7. Wow. Oh my God. That's
Exchange.
no, like, it's not exchange. You are just winning complete piece.
Exchange, sir.
You have to
Okay.
you have to
Oh.
you have to give queen and now there are
Mm.
two rooks for a queen and bishop for a bishop. And but you have
I don't think so. Gukesh will take this
and
path.
and and it's not easy. Actually, Pragg has to be find also this knight
And
to
he has
d.
less time now. Why will he give his queen? Yeah, he has less time.
No, no, but that is one of the most forced variation actually. Pragg has to find knight to d5 after knight c5. Nothing is working. Knight after knight to c5, he has to find this bishop to f6. Only move is bishop to f6. And after this bishop to f6, he has to find this knight to d5. Only move. Otherwise, this is just losing. That's the problem here.
Okay, apart from this only move, what is the other best move?
For Gukesh or for Vidit? Sorry, for Pragg.
For Prague, rather than he takes knight takes d5 after you take the bishop,
Hmm.
what is the next obvious move?
Wait. When you are saying, okay, right now, okay, after knight
Yeah,
c5, na?
after you take, yeah, you take the bishop, yeah, take the knight, take the
Bishop,
knight, take the knight.
bishop take. And there is no good move for Pragg here. He has to sacrifice the knight. He has to find that
Yeah,
variation.
here I'm asking, apart from takes, what is the other best move that Indian is suggesting?
Okay. By the way, Rukesh Town was played by Cookie, which was not the best, which was a slight mistake. And now Pragg has so many options. Now Pragg can equalize the game in many ways. Oh my God, it's so tough to tell why the Rook A7
Okay, simple.
was played here.
I only see the idea to save the bishop, but bishop,
Bishop,
bishop e7.
Rook A7. But now Pragg has so many ideas here. Pragg has so many ideas here. Now Pragg can chill for some time, I guess. Now, okay, Pragg can play this bishop to d5. Okay, bishop to d5 is a top Indian move. Okay, again. Okay, again Indian. Okay, bishop. What happened if he takes the bishop? Okay, bishop to f6. Bishop to f6. Okay. I don't think. Wait. Okay, rook is. Okay, Indian is still evaluating the
Is
position.
is the idea of rook a7? I think he wants to sometime move his knight, move his bishop, and just launch a double attack on the knight. I think that is his idea for
But actually,
rook
there is
a7.
no time for this, right? To move these
Yeah.
pieces because it's not
But
easy.
what other idea he will have, right, to play rook a7? और क्या idea होगा?
Okay. By the way, what happened is
I don't see any other idea.
wait, just
Nepo के board में क्या चल रहा है?
just kidding. Nepo is also doing good, I guess.
So here I think we will get two results. VD will convert. I think Fabi will also convert, na? He will
Hello,
beat
Nepo. I good
Nijat.
luck for your game. I'm trying to improve from watching. Okay. Okay, right now the position is really interesting right now. It's not easy for Pragg also to see all the best move. Okay, meanwhile in the game of King F2, Knight d5 was played by Vidit. Best move, rook h1 check comes. King goes to g8. F takes e5. He takes the knight. But now queen g5, triple attack on this knight. And this knight is already pinned. There are only two defenders. He played king e1. But now I think knight e3 makes more sense. And okay, what happened is, wait, after king e1, he take bishop e1, which was not bad. And now after bishop e1, it's it's white turn, but white is going to play here. And already Hikaru king is really weak here, and I guess, okay, see this poor knight and the rook. Like, if you see the Hikaru's game, the main point, uh,
Yeah, they are just doing nothing
yeah,
in the starting position only.
there this knight and this rook is not doing any nothing here. And that's the reason why Hikaru is losing the game. That's why this position is so bad for him. Because now he has no time to take out these.
Bring them in the
Yeah,
game.
yeah, exactly.
Mm.
That's the point here. And his king is still in danger. And for like all his pieces are in the games, rook is already coming by rook d8. He can just cut off the king anytime.
Yeah.
So it's,
Every piece is active, I for black.
yeah, that's the.
Mm. Wow, I now I'm thinking that how Hikaru got in this position. नाइट भी कुछ नहीं कर रहा, रुक भी कुछ नहीं कर रहा.
Okay, if we see
Nice.
the 23 move game, what happened was e4, e5. Okay, this is played here. After this, he just go for d5. And after the c6, bishop goes e7. He just exchange in the center, takes pawn, knight takes. And the problem is, with it doesn't give him chance to activate his pieces, right? That's the
Mm.
problem. Okay, bishop into g4 was taken by Hikaru here. But now queen to g4 will come. And okay, now that's just bad. Suppose if bishop takes c3, then knight takes. We are attacking the queen. Queen has to play. Suppose he play queen e2, then we can play rook 8 d8, I guess here. Just bring the rook into the game, and if there is a queen exchange, then after this f takes g4, we are threatening rook d1, I guess. Suppose you bring your
Mm.
knight into the game, then okay, knight g2 check is coming, and suppose you play
No,
this,
knight g2.
yeah,
Uh,
knight f4 check, and okay, these rooks are useless actually here. Okay, bishop into g4 was happening in the game,
mm.
and now everything is winning here. You can first take bishop into c1 also. I think bishop to c1 is also fine. Bishop, you can take the bishop
Yeah.
here. Yeah.
I think now it is resignable, na?
Mhm. Not just okay. Meanwhile, Prague is still thinking, wow. Okay, let's go back to the game of Nijat versus Abbas. Okay, Nijat. E5 was played by Fabi. F5 was played by Nijat. Now C4, B takes C4, D takes C4. And okay, right now there is a weak pawn for, okay, both pawns are little bit weakened here, but I think this game will end in a draw. I think if both of the players will
Mm.
not mistake. And look at the time of Nijat Abasov. He has more time than Caruana actually, right? He has more.
Nijat is fighting well. I
Yeah.
didn't expect him to show this much resistance against Fabi.
No, no, he just played too good in World Cup actually. He just surprised everyone. I think he
Yeah,
beats.
I understand this, but the pressure of candidates, it is different. No, world,
Hmm.
you
Yeah, yeah.
have like world championship ahead, so
Okay, Humpy has
and
drawn.
Fabi has won and he has played like lot of candidates. So
Okay,
yeah, I thought
Humpy has drawn his
Nijat
game.
won't play
Humpy
that
has
well.
drawn his game.
Chalo, good news.
But that is poor day for Vaishali, right? Bad day. I will not say poor day, but it's bad.
Yeah,
It's a bad day for.
yeah. She can fight back, but yeah, loss is not good.
Yeah, uh, exactly. Okay, finally, after Rookie's turn, still Pragg has not played. And whenever Pragg thinks so much, I think some blunder is coming here. That's
Shubh Shubh.
uh,
Yeah. What is the obvious? I mean, I don't think he will take.
I think he has to
So you
take.
are saying bishop takes knight, bishop takes bishop, and then you're saying knight takes d5.
No, no,
That
no.
is the best chance, no?
The best chance here is to take bishop takes d5. No, no, wait. It's not the best chance. Yeah, bishop
Bishop
takes d5 is what Indian is suggesting. I don't know why it's suggesting so.
bishop takes d5.
Actually, this Indians, I don't know. If we can just increase the depth of this engine. It's tough. But I think Prague is now feeling some pressure actually.
No, I think Indian, yeah, bishop takes d5. It says rook. First move it says rook takes d5. Then it says bishop takes d5. Then
Yeah.
it says bishop takes f6, which is I feel more obvious.
Yeah.
Then knight takes d5. I think bishop takes f6 is that what I was telling. Bishop take f6, bishop take f6,
Mm-hmm.
and then maybe knight takes d5. Still, he will have to go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think it is easy for Pragg. I don't
Oh,
think
I think
so.
Vidit makes a mistake. Vidit, come on, please.
What?
I think, yeah. Or queen takes
Okay.
c4, bishop e3, knight takes e3. No, no, it doesn't make mistake. Okay, why the engine is showing like this?
Oof,
Why?
डरा दिया भाई. You scared me.
No, no, it's not any. But that is completely winning. So that is good actually.
And
And
now the queen g3 now, right? No? Queen
and
g3.
Nepo is winning against Firouzja. Oh my God. Okay, wait,
Nepo.
wait. What happened this?
Okay, it is saying that queen at g6 was bad. Why it is bad? Because queen takes e7, queen takes h6, and bishop takes d5.
Okay, Pragg has still not played his move right now. Meanwhile, in the game of wait.
It is winning.
Nepo is also winning actually.
Yeah, Nepo is winning.
Okay, now Prague's time is almost equal to Gukesh time. Okay, now what happened? Wait, the position is almost equal, and Firouzja played this queen to g6 move, and what he missed is, oh my God. Okay, this is hanging, and okay, what Firouzja thought is he will take this knight, I guess, or what? Okay, if you take this
Hmm.
knight,
Hmm. Yeah, I think you take the knight.
but you cannot take this knight because the queen g7 is mate. And you are just pieced down. What a horrible blunder
Right.
by him. Wow. I think what
Yeah, Bilal.
bishop e6 and he played queen e6 and now I think queen there is no good no good way actually. Suppose if you play rook f e8 still queen g7 check. And after queen takes, pawn take, king take pawn. Yeah, this is rook d down check first, and king goes, or maybe king here. That doesn't matter actually. King g6. Wow, what a blunder by Firouzja here actually. That was a big. Oh, Firouzja is a piece of already. What is this? Firouzja is pawn up. Okay, Firouzja is two pawn up. But still, it doesn't matter actually here.
And how much time? But Firouzja does not have time now. 4 minutes is
Okay,
very less.
this was happened.
How many moves he has to play?
This was happened here. Queen takes bishop was happened, and he take the pawn on h6. And now Firouzja has only 4 minutes. He has to make 10 moves.
Yeah,
Oh my god. Oh my
time
god.
is the problem for him.
And now Pragg is
I think
also.
that's why he blundered because of
And
this time
Now
situation.
Pragg is going. Now I think it is going to tough for Pragg and Gukesh also. I guess it's really tough actually. And now this is just losing actually.
I, I want them to draw Pragg and Gukesh.
Yeah, I also want to take to do them draw, but okay, it's just.
I don't know.
But their position is
Time
little bit.
situation.
Their position is little bit now. Okay, Prague is going low on time, so it's not easy for Prague.
I mean, the options that he has are very
Limited now.
non-intuitive.
Yeah,
Uh,
but
I mean, first is saying bishop takes d5,
Prague has used some.
then
Prague has used so much time, right? And whenever you use such amount of time,
It's hard.
wait,
Sort of hard.
mm,
whenever you use this amount of time, there are chances that someone can blunder, right? So it's not easy. And okay,
correct.
Prague has already used so much time, and I think it's really okay. By the way, in the Vidit game, Queen e2, Queen g3 check, King goes to d2. Now Rook 88 check come, King to c1, and after Queen g5, there is threat of a discovery check, and the problem is, uh, King cannot move anywhere, so Knight has to move somewhere, I guess.
Mm,
Okay, after this Queen g5, what happened is b3 was played by Hikaru, but now knight f1 check will come. And only move is maybe uh, king c2, but after this knight to e3 check again. Okay, suppose he just okay. This I think this is just closing now. It's just okay. Definitely, which is going to win this game.
can Vidit mess this up because of low time or it is very less
No, no,
chance?
no. It's very less chance now. But it will mess this.
Mm,
Okay, now with it. Sorry, now Pragg and Gukesh time are low is pretty much equal right now.
mhm. I think Pragg should play now. He's taken too much time. What is this move? Bishop e3. Can Pragg play bishop e3?
Okay, finally, Vidit has won. Hikaru resign. Hikaru resign. Hikaru.
Oh,
Okay, that is
GG's.
GG's.
Hey, Mubarak.
Oracle.
Nice.
But now I'm just little bit scared between the game between Pragg and Gukesh right now. This is just scary
I'm
game.
very happy for Vidit.
Yeah,
I'm very happy for Vidit.
finally
He has
Vidit
worked
win.
so hard. Yeah.
And now, okay, what can Pragg can play here? Now the time is equal for both players. Okay, what happen if you take here? Here, what would happen here if you take bishop take?
Uh,
And actually now Pragg has to go out of the box. What Indian is suggesting is to take this knight. After bishop take, you have to sacrifice your bishop. And after this
yeah.
pawn takes, now what you have to play is knight to d5. I guess knight to d5 is the move, if I'm not wrong. After this, knight to d5. Yeah, knight to d5 is the move. Oof, that's tough actually.
So I was thinking for a safe move, and I thought, can he go for?
There is no safe move in this position after this knight d5.
I mean, I was thinking this bishop e3
Bishop e3
instead
where?
of taking the knight. Yeah, instead of taking the knight with the bishop,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, come back bishop e3, maybe threatening the rook. I don't know.
Bishop e3. But bishop e3 lost after knight c5. No, and knight c5 has subtle threats, right? Knight c5 just blocks.
Lost तो नहीं कह सकते. Lost है.
No, now the threat is to take the pawn, right? Pawn on e6. Bishop takes that e6 is
Mm-hmm.
coming. And again, suppose you play bishop d4, just
Yeah, but no, but can but we can, yeah, bishop d4, yeah.
okay, still Pragg is thinking now. Pragg is down to time. Wow. Pragg is low on time. Then Gukesh, wow, that's insane actually. This is just losing. This is just losing. This is just losing. Okay, what happened in Nepo game? Hmm.
Nepo is also winning, I think.
Okay, after queen h6, now Nepo is just calculating everything. But okay, now,
Yeah, Nepo will convert this. He has lot of time.
and meanwhile in the game of Nijat versus Caruana, still Caruana is little bit better, but he's not winning anymore actually. The position is not winning. Finally, Pragg has played a move. Pragg take the knight, and now bishop take,
What he has played.
and now
Okay.
okay, but he is low on time. He has 11 minutes, and Kokesh has 11 minutes. But now he has to find the bishop takes d5 move, only move which is working for him, and
Uh,
everything is losing for him. Bishop takes d5 is the only move. How tough is? Venkat, how tough is? Tough it is.
Very tough, bhai.
But I think
Very tough.
okay, let's hope.
Not easy, bhai. He has very less time.
But both players are less time, right?
Yeah, but looks very sharp, na?
Mm-hmm.
Bishop takes.
But Prague has just won so much time, I guess. Prague only chance here is, I think, to play fast and just put the Kokesh on time pressure. And but now he is already on, and there is no increment. And now Prague has to play 18 moves in 10 minutes. It's so tough. So tough. Okay, right now the engine is saying this is equal after the bishop d5. Oh, but it's so tough because after bishop to d5, what is happening is uh, if you take this c takes d5, then what will happen is knight takes d5 will come, and now you cannot take this pawn because of knight to f6 check first, pawn takes, and now knight to h6 check, and the king has to go here. But now what will happen is rook takes e6. So,
Yeah, rook can just take the bishop.
and one more variation, which is this. Okay, he plays bishop to d5, and he found this. Wow, brilliancy. Wow.
He played it?
Pragg. Pragg.
Oh,
He played it. He played it.
geez.
Oh my God.
Gukesh also took the bishop?
No, no, he will calculate now, I guess. He has some time.
Okay.
I think he will calculate now. Oh my God. What was happened here was insane, right?
I think he will take the bishop. He will take the. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean,
And
very tough.
one interesting variation is after you take the bishop, okay, you did not take the bishop. What you did is you take the knight first. And now what Pragg has to play is knight to h6 check. If g takes h6, now what will you play is e7 check. Okay, and after this e7 check, now c takes d5 bishop, and now e takes f8 equal to queen, and queen takes f8, and now queen takes d5 check, and after queen f7, queen blocks a check. Now what you played is queen to c6. Oh my God, that is so pretty, and the game is somehow equal. Okay, what happened is c takes d5 was happening in the board, and knight to d5 was happening in the board. Okay, this variation was happening in the board. And now I think Pragg is in control. Oh my God, oh my God, what is happening?
Uh, insane.
That was insane, right?
Guki, I feel now is in trouble.
Not in trouble. Gukesh has more time, right? So he is not going to be in trouble.
कितना 3 मिनट
3
3
minutes,
minutes
yeah, 3 minutes or more, right? Okay, what? 3 minutes or more actually.
that big advantage, I mean.
Yeah, for 10 minutes, it's 3 minutes are so much. And now after knight d5, what was happened is if you take bishop to b2, now bishop takes b2, then queen to c2, attacking the bishop right now. And suppose you take this pawn, then what will happen is knight to c7, attacking the queen and defending the pawn here. And suppose you come here, then knight to d5, attacking the queen again. But it's not easy variation. Suppose queen e8 again, then you will go knight c7 again. Oh my God, that is just okay. What is bishop e7 was played by Gukesh here, but now knight h6 check is the only move. Okay, Jathekal Pragg played 2 billion is not playing the last to save the game. Now he have to play this. Now he has to do it again. Now
I think he will find knight at
yeah,
6.
knight
He
h6,
will find it, I think.
because after knight pawn
Yeah.
takes, queen g4 check, and after this bishop blocks a check, bishop g5. What happened is now f4 comes, and after f4, knight c5, f takes g5.
What if pawn does not take? What if he just goes king h8?
Okay, what happened? You are saying if you play king
Yeah,
h8,
just not go king
then
h8.
again
Yeah,
knight f7 check. Then
draw.
then again knight f7 check. Okay, bishop.
Draw then.
But now Pragg is thinking, Pragg is already down time. There is no increment, and Pragg, come on, play, play, play. Meanwhile, in Nepo game, Nepo find the bishop. Okay, there is some move happen. Where the move was happened? Okay, Abasov just make a slight inaccuracy with h6. But now I think it's not so easy for Pragg to find the complete variation. But okay, let's go.
With the time situation stuff.
Yeah,
Okay, Pragg has to play 15 moves.
Both has to play 50 moves in 7 minutes and 11 minutes. It's not so easy.
Nice.
If there was increment, I think good chances for both player. But now,
Even the moves are not that obvious. Obvious moves भी नहीं है कि जल्दी जल्दी खेल दे.
hmm.
I mean, very tactical moves are there.
But okay, knight f6 is the only way actually. He has seen this, of course. I
Yeah,
guess
knight h6.
pawn takes, queen g4 check. And okay, there was some move played by him. Queen, he blunder or what? Wait, he blunder. Pragg blunder with queen g4. Wow, Pragg blunders with queen g4. Actually, he's
Queen
threat.
g4.
Ah, my God. Okay. Now knight d8 is
What is
the
his idea? Just to go knight?
knight f6 check.
Knight f6.
Knight f6 check. But now what he missed is knight d8, I think. Because I think now if you play this move, then king h8 and king is pretty much safe here. And you have no now, you had not knight to f7. Okay, I think now it's wait.
Knight d8. Yeah.
Oh, this is heartbreaking for both of them.
With knight d8, queen d4, and then knight h6. Yeah,
I think knight.
bad for.
I think now it's Gukesh will find knight d8, of course. Gukesh will find knight d8.
Yeah, it is.
It
Yeah,
is.
obvious move, you know. Yeah.
Or what do you think? Will he play knight c5?
Knight c5. What is the idea?
Again, knight h6 check. I think knight f5.
Same knight h6. Then he wouldn't take with the pawn. He would have to move king h8.
Actually, the variation is now much more complicated.
Then
The problem is even with queen g4, the variation are not so easy for Praggnanandhaa right now. After this queen g4, suppose he just take knight c5 now. The variation which is knight f6 check, knight h6 check. Now he has to play this knight to f5, threatening mate in
king
one.
h8.
Yeah, threatening mate in one. But now what Gukesh can do is he can sack this rook, exchange sack, and he's just Gukesh is just doing fine actually after this. Okay, meanwhile, Abasov game, what happened is now Abasov is just losing his patience. After this g5,
Yeah, he's
queen g3,
cracking.
g6, he just played g6, sorry, h6. And now rook goes back. He took this free pawn. Now rook takes f5, and now it's so tough for him. Oh, I think both Vaishali and Pragg are going to be a bad day today. Okay, by the way, Caruana is just chopping some pawns here, and the rook is also going to trade. And okay, Caruana is totally winning after this move. Oh my God!
Caruana will win now.
Because rook a5, or what? Wait, rook a. What is the move here? Okay, rook a5 is not winning. The winning move is
This is rook
f1.
a1. It is saying
No,
rook
no.
a to f1.
Priyanka,
Yeah.
rook f1 is just winning here because now you are threatening to play rook to f7 now. Rook to f7 is coming, and there is no way.
Right.
There is no way.
Taking the queen.
Okay, here's c4.
Mm.
Okay, now this is mate in 5.
I think he will resign in
Okay, now
one or
it's
two move. Yeah.
okay. Now it's just resignable.
Yeah.
And now, okay,
Suddenly, what happened to Abasov?
he just lost totally
He went
control.
low in energy or what?
Okay, meanwhile,
पता
Nepo
नहीं
Nepo is
ठीक
crushing.
था मतलब he wasn't doing so bad.
Nepo is just crushing Alireza. Nepo is just winning. Already piece up. Okay, finally. Okay, Gukesh find the
Bhai,
best rook.
will we get 4 results
Yeah,
today
yeah, I
in the
think.
open board?
Yeah.
All four.
Yes, yes,
Oh
yes.
my God.
Okay.
No draw.
No draw.
All result.
And he find this knight to d8, great move. And now I think it's just losing actually. Oh my God. Feeling set for. Okay, Caruana wins. Feeling set for Gukesh. Sorry, feeling set for Pragg. And now he just missed. Oh my God. Okay, just bad. Bad day for both siblings.
I still feel no, but time situation is very bad for Praggnanandhaa. If time was there, then I think he could have still fought. But time is very.
Yeah, if he has time, then he can just play that. He can just find that knight to h6 check. Okay, but now it's tough for Pragg to hold this game for sure. Okay, material wise, he's just 2 pawn down, but the problem is now e6 is also falling, and there's no way.
Angel says Queen D4 is the best move for Praggnanandhaa. Queen D4.
But that doesn't matter, right? Queen d4 or anything. Queen d4 still knight e6 will come, and this is just easy move. Knight e6, then queen e4 is just going to attack the rook now. Even if you take this rook, then a rook takes. You have two pieces for the rook, right? So it is fine actually. Your
Right.
bishops are going to very much active here. Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! That's so bad. I think okay. I think time pressure is something very critical going right now. Okay, Nepo is okay. Firouzja has only 10 seconds. Nepo has 10 minutes. And Firouzja has to make 3 moves in 10 seconds. Oh my God. Okay, this is just lost. Okay, Pragg. What? Okay, what Pragg is calculating here? Okay, this is just losing for Pragg right now. Okay, finally, Pragg played some move, I guess. After knight to d8. Okay, no, Pragg played. Pragg take this knight. And now it's just losing. It's just losing. It's just losing. It's just losing.